get the giggles out.
Rip.
Say your memes, dab, whatever you need to do. Get it out of
Sam,
your
if you say
system.
that particular meme, I will fucking kill you.
Vit
Hey, Vit.
didn't ask if there was any questions before
I
we
didn't.
start.
I didn't wisely.
That Sam was plural in this case. Okay.
Yeah, Sam squared. Pay attention.
Good soup.
All right, is everybody in Foundry? And can everybody hear the music?
Yes.
Everybody can see the map. Everything is good.
Yep. See.
All right.
See, Papa.
Everybody's character sheets in a row. Everybody bought the items they want for the 270 gold that they have.
Nope, go name broke, but that's just like real life, so it's fine.
Okay. Well, I gave you 270 gold to spend, but
Oh.
we can do that after today's session if you want, because we're
Okay.
not going into combat today.
Okay. How do I open my character sheet again? Oh, wait. I think I remember.
If you go to the people at the upper right-hand corner of Foundry, and then go to PCs, and then just click on yours.
Oh. There we go. Okay. Now we're good.
Okay. Okay. Are we all ready to start now?
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Anybody need a drink? Everybody settled?
I'm Gucci.
All right. I'm going to record this. Is everybody okay with recording?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm recording also.
All
I
right.
expect royalties.
You know Joel's got a point.
Started the recording, immediately got dunked on. Cool.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. Okay. Give me just a second. All right. So, the Dauphine Academy of the Arcane. It's a prestigious school, one that you have called home for several months now. Nestled a few miles outside of the elven city of Selanius, it allows the degree of isolation that aids with creating a sense of belonging and allows students to focus on their studies. Surrounded by a forest eternally blessed to remain in bloom, the atmosphere is peaceful and pleasantly moderate. In your time at the academy, you have experienced a great many new things, made friends, learned a great deal, all in the care of your teachers. As the first semester comes to a close and winter break is close at hand, it's easy to reminisce about your first classes, your first encounters. In fact, let's go back a bit and remember. So, this entire session is pretty much going to be a flashback to your first week at the academy.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Jazz hands. So this is going to be mostly roleplay based. This is basically how you guys are going to figure out how you all interact together, and like what teachers you like, etc., etc. So it's basically to introduce you to everything. So let's see here. The first thing that you encounter at the way back when starting at the beginning of school, all students that are starting at the Dauphine Academy of the Arcane, so all the first years, have a week or so to settle in and meet your guidance counselors, which you all should have. And then the Sunday before classes begin, you attend the welcoming ceremony. All students are escorted to the main hall, with the first years being to the front of the room. Let me get that ready because I had it set up for later. And I'll transition you guys over there here in just a second. Are we having fun yet?
Wee.
Nothing's happened, but you know.
Beautiful
Exposi-
scenery.
Exposition just happened. That's not nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. I had you guys all scattered out, so I'm just moving you guys all together. And you guys' roommate assignments should be in the general channel if you haven't seen them. So,
Are those pinned? Oh wait, never mind. I see it. It's right there. Keiko and Capo. Sounds like a buddy cop film. I'm here for it.
Oh no.
Are you the loose cannon or am I the loose cannon?
it's a good question. I'm sure we'll
Both?
figure it all out.
Both sounds good.
Oh my goodness. The whole movie is them getting nothing done, but causing a lot of policy violations.
Probable.
A lot of property destruction.
This is a somewhat big map. You may need to zoom out when it does finally load for you guys.
Oh, jeeps.
I think we just described Bad Boys, the franchise, actually.
Rush hour.
Look at all those little cursors zooming around.
Aww.
Wee.
So feel free to rearrange yourselves if you need to. If you want to position yourself directly on a chair and it's not on a square, you can just hold down shift when you move.
I forgot what your token looked like, Sam.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
How do you see who is who?
I
just
just know
says-
because Sam said she was playing an axolotl.
Oh,
Beautiful.
my token still has the old name.
Does it?
It says
Says-
Fennec on my.
But it's mine, but it's
says-
okay.
Oh, that's weird. Because when I went to do the token itself, when I like covered over you, it said Keiko. That's why I didn't change
Oh,
it.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, there we
That
go.
should have fixed it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of my tokens have names. Are they supposed to?
Only when you hover over them.
Uh,
I think it's
But
Well, it
only
says-
when you hover over your own, sorry.
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Okay, let me make sure that's.
Is that a Fennec fox? Oh my god.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna die. So cute.
Anybody else need to move?
Okay. Oh, which one is? Can we get like the Mean Girls breakdown of the cafeteria? Like which table's the cool kids? So I can avoid.
Well, you guys, the first two tables in here, so these ones towards the front, are all weak in the knee, really nervous looking freshmen.
Okay.
Hey,
So-
bro.
And the two tables in the back, because you've all only had about a week to like mingle, sort of. So
Is
you
there like a?
you don't really know each other. Like nobody does. Everybody's just been assigned roommates.
Is there like a very obvious non-traditional student table?
No,
No. Okay.
the back two tables are for the older students. That's it.
Gotcha.
No clicks in this house.
No clicks. I don't know how I feel about that.
There's not a lot of students.
I see that.
There's like maybe 60 students in this whole school.
There's exactly 6.
Thumbs up. It's almost like I planned it.
Just the
Um,
headmistress being like, God damn it, I need more people to attend this school.
Oh, Bard, how many students have you eaten?
I'll eat people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm good to just sit with my roommate since that's like the only person I have like an actual connection to out of
Albeit
very
probably an
scarce.
awkward one.
oh for sure. But at least I'm like I know that flavor of awkward.
All right. Everybody good?
Works for me.
Mhm.
All right. So, as you're all sitting, talking amongst each other, indulging in the snacks and drinks that have been provided, the headmistress gets up from their seat, and we'll just circle around the table here, and moves up to the top of the steps to address all of you. And she gives like a slight bow and then clears her throat. And as she clears her throat, you see her make a gesture, and suddenly her voice carries much further than it normally would. And she begins to speak. I am Nome, headmistress of the Dauphine Academy of the Arcane, and for now, the I am so sorry, botched it already, instructor of enchantment. I welcome you to my school, which I have built from the ground up. I hope that you find your time here to be enlightening and enjoyable, and that you don't just learn how to utilize the magic that resides in all of us, but that you also make friends that last a lifetime. As described in the letter you were all sent, we want to make sure that everyone here is safe and comfortable, and that no student is the victim of bullying, violence, or harassment. Should you have any problem at all, please do not hesitate to reach out to your instructors, the security, or myself. You should have received your schedules by now. Each instructor has their own policies in their class, but all value punctuality and attentiveness. Remember that the only one that suffers for inattentiveness is yourself, and that you should not be afraid of voicing questions or concerns here. This event is not meant just to welcome you, but to give you an opportunity to interact with your fellow students, instructors, and the security and groundskeepers. Thus, beverages and snacks have been provided. Please mingle amongst yourselves and enjoy your time here. And she inclines her head and steps off to the side.
Capo tries to start a slow clap. It doesn't go anywhere. He sits down.
Bart's
All
like
right.
sitting across the table, like, what? Why are we clapping?
All right, what kind of grub we got here?
Lots. Tables covered in food. Sweets, savory, more things than you've probably ever seen in your lifetime. It's a lot of
Perfect.
food.
I start filling my pockets. They're very big pockets.
It's okay.
Hey, don't forget you have a bag of holding too.
You
Yep.
do.
How big is the mouth on this bag of holding? How big are we talking?
Like how are you asking how wide
Like,
of a
can I
thing you
fit a
could
whole
put in it?
turkey in the bag of holding?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
One whole turkey.
Oh God.
Oh, why is this joke accidentally just going everywhere?
One whole chicken.
I hate this.
Capo,
Mhm.
what are you doing?
Dude, my schedule is kind of, it's like unpredictable. Like, you never know when you're going to be able to actually make it to the calf for dinner. And I just, I like to snack. Okay.
I suppose that's fair, but the food's not going anywhere at the moment.
Wait,
I mean, I'm going to eat too. I'm just getting this out of the way.
wait. Is the food not available at like nighttime? Do we actually have to be here at specific times for food?
I believe that's what the letter we received.
Oh no,
in-
Bart's gonna start
indicated.
shoving food in his bag of holding.
Keiko size.
Yeah.
You want me to put some in for you too? I mean, just let me know.
I'm good.
Okay.
Phaedra's just
Ye-
watching the table across the way, like shoveling shit in the bags, and just kind of like leans over to her neighbor there. It's like, do you know any of them? Why are they doing that? Are we supposed to do that?
Are you this one here?
Yes.
So Scritch is just gonna look in your direction for a second, then across to the axolotl, and then he's gonna freeze up for a second before looking away, and just whisper, "Oh, the Baxi are scary. I wouldn't question it."
That's a tabaxi? Okay. Just kind of try to settle her 3-foot frame down a little bit.
Hey, we're in the short club together. It's fine.
Yes.
Is it bad? I'm just sitting here chuckling. I just imagine your character like kicking their feet up in the middle of the class, just eating a turkey leg. Like, yeah, I like your funny words, teach.
And anyone who looks at him is like, "Do you want some?" Like, what? Happy to share. I mean, came prepared. Group on the streets.
Was that in character?
Yes.
If your schedule is as unpredictable as you say, I could bring you back things in the morning. Mine's fairly set in stone, just so that you
That'd
don't.
be awesome.
Yes, just so that you don't have to worry about staining your bag of holding.
Oh, that ship's already sailed, fella. I don't know what to tell you,
As
partner.
it just cuts to like a turkey, like dripping juices all over her textbook,
Oh no.
all over their textbook. Sorry. Uh,
Bard's staring at the goop that is down their bag of holding, and they're like, "Wait, this will stain?"
I mean, it's a bag of holding. It's not like I'm ever gonna see the inside of it. Like, can you stain a pocket dimension? Like,
no
I mean-
blowing the stuff in it.
he just kind of like stares for a second, and he's like,
Oh, that was OMG.
you
Bard
see a
says-
slight look of like potential regret, but then it just quickly fades away. It's gone.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
go ahead,
Hap.
Big-
What's up, Avrix?
I have to ask, are you two putting like solid foods in your bag, or are you putting like semi-solids as well?
Yes.
I'm not a picky man.
Just like
This
scoops
is
of
like
pudding.
when you just take you just start dumping giant scoops of Thanksgiving dinner onto your plate and they just all mix together. That is what's
Mm.
happening. That is the carnage happening in these bags.
No,
Brain just with mashed potatoes.
No,
Yes.
this is the people that go to like the all-you-can-eat buffets and just open up their giant fucking purse and just start like scooping like mac and cheese and potatoes into
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Oh my
That's
god.
exactly what this is.
I hate this.
Bard's gonna reach back into their bag, and they're gonna pull out their deck of tarot cards that were already swamp water stained,
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no.
and now
no.
they have a little bit of food on them, and they're like, "Oh, it's just more character."
Yeah, it just adds to the prophecy, you know.
Oh
A
dear,
gravy
your poor
stain
cards.
could mean anything.
I think Grandma would say that fate meant for this to happen.
Wise woman.
Can I please see your deck?
What are you gonna do to it?
I'm going to clean it.
Will it still have the swamp water?
Do you want it to have the swamp water?
Yeah, it's from home.
Okay, I'll just clean the grease off.
Oh, okay. Hand over the deck.
Keiko will cast Prestidigitation and get the grease off, and she'll hand it back.
Bard would be like, oh, thank you. Yeah, it's much better with just the swamp water.
If you say so.
It's
Does
the
your
magic of it.
does your tradition of fortune telling require the residual aether from the swamp water or something?
I don't know.
Keiko will just quietly pick up her tea and just sip it. Matt, where is your familiar?
Oh god. So on the Sane's half of the room, um, Scritch, while avoiding eye contact with the absolute mess that's happening at your table, is just kind of shoveling food into his mouth and looking around nervously. And sitting on his lap is Scratch, just shoving food as big as his head down in his mouth.
Um,
Wait, Scritch and Scratch?
Scritch
Yeah.
and Scratch. That's amazing.
Scritch is the big one, Scratch is the small one.
at your feet, you hear a small yip.
That is responded with another fucking louder yip as fucking Scritch is startled.
Oh. Babies.
A small white fennec fox just sort of like yawns in your direction and just looks up at you very expectantly.
I'm gonna die.
Is he your friend too? Wink, wink.
No. Scritch is not familiar with this one. He just kind of squints at it for a second. Can I make a nature check real quick to see if I know what the fuck this thing is?
Yes. One second. Yeah. It is a fennec fox. They have very distinct ears.
BB.
And let me check my notes on something.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Oh my god.
He's just gonna squint at it and knowing that it is a type of fox, but not having any idea because he's never actually seen a fennec fox in person. He's just
Yeah.
gonna kind of like put his hands around Scratch real quick to make sure they don't lunge for him and be like, "Do you need something?"
Can I see Scratch from there? What does Scratch look like?
Scratch is a chunky ass rat sitting in Scritch's lap.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's a
that
fucking
fox.
image I used to give you this rough size. I will find it.
That fox will absolutely eat that rat. I feel
know.
like.
How
It'll
dare
eat
you?
That rat
Scritch
is
too if he's not
probably
careful.
bigger. That rat is probably almost bigger than the fennec fox. Let's be real.
There we go. I
Fair.
found the
That's
picture.
fair.
How dare you slander my poor girl?
This is the rough size comparison of the rat that I used.
Oh my god, so chunky. I love him.
Lord.
Oh my
What's the
Lord boy.
comparison you use?
I like how he looks like he's being strangled. He's just like
Nice.
He was probably getting into some shit.
probably.
Yeah, it's a
Look-
rat. But yeah, Scritch is gonna. Scritch is gonna use wild empathy to see if he has any idea what the fuck the fennec wants.
What does that
The
do?
It means I can use diplomacy to communicate with animals on a rudimentary level.
Aw. Okay.
Baby. It's like a psychic rat for other animals.
He is a druid.
Ooh. Wait, the rat is a druid?
I
That's
mean,
amazing.
the rat folk is a druid. The rat
rat
is a
folk.
familiar.
Okay, I was getting them confused for a second.
He's a rat folk with a rat familiar.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So they are both rat, but one of them is bigger and wears clothes.
The rat folk is Scratch, the rat familiar is Scratch.
Yeah.
Because
will
Matt did
not
not
remember
make
that.
that. It's all confusing.
I'm having fun here, okay?
Matt's never done anything confusing in their life.
Ever.
No.
I do actually sit down and begin to eat the food that's in front of me. Like everything is totally normal and fine now.
Yeah. So you're able to discern that the fennec fox is just trying to say hi.
He'll cautiously give it a wave and say hi back.
The fennec fox nods and then uh, m- uh, goes around the back of your chair to investigate the person to your left.
Oh. Hi.
He,
Mm-mm.
she yips at you.
How big is she?
How big is
Fennec,
how big is
foxes
this
are
fennec
not
fox?
big. You can like hold them like hamburger.
Yeah.
Even for
It's like
someone
not very
who's
big.
even
It
They're
someone
like
who's
varies.
smaller than a cat.
a few
Yeah, it's
fe-
like kitten size.
so for me who's a few inches shy of 3 feet, it's still it's a little larger in proportions, but not terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll kind of like hunch down on her chair for a second and it's like look around, kind of pull a piece of meat off of her plate, snack, kind of hold it out.
I'm
Uh,
across the room, but I'm very invested in this situation.
the
I have
fennec
like,
fox. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna say like my two normal eyes are like anime eyes, just like sparkly, like just enamored. Very cute.
The fennec fox jumps up, snatches the piece of meat, and then and when it lands, it probably jumps up into your lap and kind of curls up.
Okay, that works, I guess. It's about done anyway. Um, who do you belong to? Anyway, she's gonna try and kind of crane her head up over the table and kind of see if she can figure out who on the other side of the room this goes to.
Well,
What does she see at the other table besides an axolotl? I can't quite.
you see a fox-eared, white-haired woman who looks very exasperated with with the people she is seated with.
And a 6 foot tall cat folk in a trench coat who has a visible third eye.
And then the 2 foot tall axolotl who's standing on their chair, even though the chairs magically change size from the thing.
They want to be tall.
Short club,
Yes.
short club
They like to
ways.
be tall.
Takes a look at those three.
Oh god, we're the weird kids table, aren't we?
So
You've noticed that like the rest of the freshmen at your table have moved to the other tables.
Aww.
Now
Get
get
rude.
Come on.
What bitches?
There's
Right?
like 2 of them at the very end, but the ones that were immediately next to you have moved to other tables.
Phaedra's
Oh my god.
she's gonna look for a second, then she's gonna go. She's gonna actually wiggle off of the chair and like kind of work her way over next to the group. Kind of keep her distance a little bit, kind of clutching the fox in her arms.
The fox does not necessarily want to be held, so it like climbs up and like rests his belly on top of your head.
Um, hi. I think I think this one belongs to one of you. I'm Phaedra.
The-
Hi.
I hold my hands out. I'm like, I would like to see the baby.
Is
The
it
fe-
your baby?
the f-
Not
the fe-
yet.
the fennec fox just yawns and yips, and Keiko's just shoots up in her chair. It's just like, Shard, what are you? Oh goodness.
She's very nice.
Baby. Wait, I get to live with the fox. Oh my god.
You've been living with the fox for a week.
So it would know me. It would be like somewhat comfortable with me, right? Right? Right?
It just eyes at your hand and then just and just sort of slinks back a bit.
Oh,
Aw.
but I have snacks. You want a snack, little buddy, little guy, little pal?
Keiko walks over and just sort of plucks Shard by like the scruff of her just like neck and like deposits her on onto her shoulder. I am so sorry. She tends to get overly familiar with certain people.
That's all right. I think she made Scratch a little bit nervous, but she's nice.
Is she overly familiar because she's a familiar?
Yes.
Man, I just made that joke in chat.
I didn't look at chat, I promise.
Mine's back in my room. She doesn't really. She'd have to hang out on the roof, and I think she'd rather be sleeping anyway. So.
I see. Um,
But
uh,
I'm
you just said it made someone uncomfortable.
my roommate has a smaller familiar, and I think it might have been a little bit nervous. This is it's a rat, and yours is a fox, and I think it just might have been. It was a little nervous, I think.
I see. She fortunately doesn't really go for rats.
Oh, that's good. I'll let Scritch know then. He'll be happy to hear that.
Mm, um,
Um, I'm
Keiko will just like side eye towards the people at her table, and then just say, I'll go apologize in person.
Wow. Wow.
okay. Yeah, you can come over here with me. I'll introduce everybody. Well, actually, kind of scurry back. I'm Phaedra, and you are
Keiko, you can call me Keiko.
Keiko. Okay, that's pretty. Right? Yeah.
I insert my hand in the middle of them. I'm like, name's Capo.
Capo's like twice the height of Phaedra here. Just looks up at the straight.
My hand is covered in probably gravy and chicken grease.
Keiko prestidigitations the hand.
He's already sick of my shit. Gee, sorry. Oh my god. Yep.
Capo. Hi. Hey, you're very tall. Nice to meet you. Yeah, Scratch is over here if you want to go say hi. She'll kind of scurry her way.
would love to.
Yeah, scurry away back to the table.
I also get up to come see the baby.
My God.
Oh,
Oh no.
I would like to see the baby.
As Scritch notices the group heading back and sees everybody in the group, you see the fear of God enter this boy.
Oh no.
Keiko will offer Scritch a gentle wave and say, hello. I believe my familiar here caused you a bit of trouble.
It's fine. They didn't end up doing anything.
Yes. Shard here doesn't really, well, if it's any small comfort, they don't really go after rats, but I believe she spooked your familiar, so I just wanted to apologize on her behalf.
Much appreciated.
I'm Keiko, by the way, and you are?
I am Scritch, and he holds up his rat like a fucking hamburger. This is Scratch.
Oh, how adorable.
They are still eating cheeses.
I tentatively reach with a scritchy finger towards the rat baby. And I make the little sound.
Hearing the noise next to him while he was focusing on somebody else, just another.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, pal. I wasn't trying to scare you. That rat is adorable.
He just kind of clutches scratch close to his chest and says, "Yes, he is my best friend."
That is precious.
Said
have
the
to, like-
very tall cat to the to the rat.
Oh no! I didn't even think about it.
As Scritch is just sitting there sweating nervously, avoiding eye contact.
Like, hey man, you want a tater tot?
Oh my god.
I'm good.
Phaedra's like, oh no, what have I done?
Oh, you guys have Japanese cuisine over here? Oh, hell yeah. Starts picking stuff up off the table.
Japan doesn't exist.
You know what I mean.
Cake and cuisine. Cake and cuisine, yeah.
cuisine.
There we go.
Bart's gonna reach over and tug on Naira's sleeve and be like, Naira, did you make new friends too? They seem a little funny.
I have not had the chance to yet. No, I've just been.
Oh, Keiko helped me clean my tarot cards. Look, and he's gonna show Naira the still swamp water covered tarot cards.
I was just gonna give a little sigh and say, I see.
I
You
also
look
have snacks
very
for tonight.
clean. What?
I have snacks. They're in my bag.
That's nice. Nair's just gonna go back to nibbling on her little loaf she's been nibbling on and watching with amazement at everybody.
We're just a bunch of Breakfast Club gremlins here, aren't we?
We are. It's great.
Hey, Vit, quick question.
Yes.
Does Morse code exist in this universe?
Oh,
Sure.
God.
Can Scritch blink SOS at his fucking at his teacher?
Which one?
The cool one.
His evocation teacher?
Yes.
Not the other one, are you sure?
He's afraid she'll make it worse.
Oh my god.
Make a performance check to get
Oh,
his
God.
attention.
They're probably already watching and taking bets. Who are we kidding?
Fucking lol.
Oh, baby.
Oh no.
Let me do a couple checks here real quick. Let's see how
He's-
chaotic we can make this. Hold
He's
on.
blinking the YMCA.
You're just like rapid blinking and then sweat gets into your eye and you blink that away. It's like you're trying your best but you're really stressed out right now.
Try your best, but you don't succeed.
Why does Scritch need soap?
So,
Wait,
despite that, you are correct. All of the teachers are definitely watching, except a couple. There's some particular ones that are just not paying attention at all to any of the students. However,
Probably mine.
your minor counselor has definitely been watching this exchange, like kind of like their elbows resting on the table, the chin resting on the back of their hands, just watching. And then they see
the
you like, and
the
then you see,
betrayal sets in.
and then they see you look their direction, and they watch you for a long moment, and then they look kind of confused because you're like rapidly blinking. They definitely get up, but they think it's because you're about to have like a seizure.
Aww.
And if it gets the job done.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
at this rate, he might.
Oh.
So he does excuse himself and make his way slowly towards the table. Everybody make perception checks, actually,
Oh god.
Shit, where's my character sheet?
while this is happening. Oh, okay.
Wait. I did the wrong thing.
Why do I get better rolls than I do on my perception junkie?
Oh wow, I rolled super high on that.
So really everybody but Bard.
I'm too amazed by my cards.
You're like super impressed by your cards. Everybody, you guys notice a teacher is approaching.
Phaedra immediately sits up on her chair as straight as she can make her tiny self.
And he circles back here, over here by Scritch, and is like, "Are you all right?"
I
I
straighten
I
up
don't.
and wipe my hands on my coat, like, oh god.
They watch you
I-
do this.
I know they do.
Keiko picks up one of the cloth napkins and just sort of tosses it to Capo.
I catch it and I'm just like, thanks, man. Thanks.
My. Aren't you all just an enthusiastic bunch? Capo, that's your name, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Can I please request that you swap seats with one of your peers on the other side of the table?
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Did I do something wrong?
No?
Okay. Sweats.
It's the let me double check here. Did you have
Mm-mm.
No. I don't think you did. No, this is a tall like elven man, clad all in white hair, glasses on his nose. Very severe looking.
Hot.
And then they come up behind you, Scritch, and they lean in and they're like, "Is that better?"
Yes, you know what? My allergies are starting to act up. He says as he's fucking like shaking like a leaf.
And you see the
Aw.
teacher smile at him and like gently pat his head and smooth his hair down.
Aw.
Baby.
Sorry for bothering you.
No, it's no bother. I'm sure Capo meant well. They just didn't realize.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I know it might like look weird, but I'm a chill dude. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're a cat, and they're a rat. And I know that when some of the big alligator people come around in the swamp, I get really scared even though they're nice.
Totally makes sense. I hear you. I will keep a comfortable distance. I'm Capo, by the way. What was your name?
Scritch.
All right, Scritch. Well, pleasure to meet you. Sorry I made you uncomfortable. Definitely not my intention.
It's fine.
Scritch, do you want your fortune told?
What?
Would you like your fortune told?
In his mind, he just merely escaped death. He's like, probably not.
Uh, Einver is going to gently pat your shoulder, Scritch, and dismiss himself and start doing the rounds.
Yeah.
Since he's already up, might as well.
Yeah. He just kind of squints at you for a bit and says, "Why?"
Because I already have my cards out. So,
What happens if I get a bad fortune?
you hope I'm bad at my job.
Are you normally good at your job?
I don't know. Um, I usually only tell fortunes to the boggards, and the boggards aren't very good at staying alive as it is.
You
They
just see the
take a
fear.
lot of
You see a
unnecessary
look of
risks.
fear enter his eyes again.
Neighbor's just gonna stifle a laugh.
I think I'm good for now.
Oh, okay. Capo, do you want your fortune told?
Sure.
Okay,
Have at it.
okay. Bar's gonna take their cards and like rub them between their hands and put them like towards their face like they're saying a prayer. And they're gonna draw the first card and put it down on the table. And no joke, the card I pulled was death.
This first session's going great.
So Bar's
Capo
gonna
just
look
kind
at the
of looks
card.
at it. He looks at it kind of pensively, and he's just like, "New beginnings."
I mean, it's upside down, so maybe it doesn't mean what we think it means. Maybe you won't die.
Maybe you won't die. That's the best tarot reading I've ever received.
Yes, I think Kappa may have the right idea of it. The death card does not necessarily mean literal death. Could be a change.
Yeah, fortunes are they're an interesting thing to try to figure out. You can really make them mean whatever you really want them to mean, honestly.
Maybe it'll be the death of this fake curse. I'm over it.
Faye, Faye just gonna like lean over the table. Like, you're cursed too?
Oh yeah, have you not seen me move?
I mean, you're very tall.
In their defense, you haven't described what you've been doing as you've been moving.
No, yeah, I totally forgot to do that. We'll just say we'll retcon just a little bit. When I crossed the room, I was dancing the entire way, like
Oh,
High School
God.
Musical style.
Keiko mumbles, "Well, I certainly feel cursed."
I
I'm not a bad dancer. It's actually really good dancing. It's just in unexpected moments, which is all of them. All of the moments.
I feel even more justified in Scritch's reaction as he looks up and he just sees a fucking cat Jojo posing at him.
God. Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Matt, please,
So,
I
yeah.
need to be able to breathe.
This. Okay, this gif is perfect.
I don't like that.
Wait. I don't like that. Oh no.
Oh no!
Blame Discord gif, man.
I
Oh,
like-
God.
Oh my god.
This fucking campaign's cursed.
Weird. Fuck.
We're not even an hour in.
Your point.
This is
You
why.
did this.
I've barely said anything. Thank you.
You
You
didn't tell any.
facilitated this. That's about as much as I'm willing to give you credit at the moment.
You didn't tell anybody no.
Nor am I likely going to.
Commit at the same level of the teachers, where she's just sitting back and watching the fire blaze.
They actually helped create a significant part of this bonfire, so
Keiko is just going to gently excuse herself. I'm going to mingle with some of the others. Are you okay here, Capo?
yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, cool. And as she's walking away, how do I unselect? Wait,
Um,
there we go.
Escape, I think.
Yeah.
no, it's not escape.
Oh.
It's right clicking.
Yeah. As she's walking away, Shard is just going to kind of gently parkour onto the table and then go to, what was your character name again, Chris?
Phaedra.
Just gonna hop towards Phaedra and kind of just like, settle into their lap.
Oh, okay. I can watch her for you. As he says, his Keiko just walks away.
If it's not too much trouble, apparently she's quite taken with you.
Well, she's
Congrats,
very
a child.
she's very soft, so.
Okay. Can Keiko just kind of generally go around mingle to just, she's trying to not come off as weird by association, so she's trying to make a
Oh, no.
a favorable impression with the rest of the student body.
Okay.
That's unfortunate considering who
Yeah.
your roommate is.
Make
Yes.
a diplomacy check.
This is this is why she's trying to mitigate this. Okay, so I have a cloak of repute.
Either diplomacy or performance, one of the two.
Probably diplomacy. So I get a +1 item bonus to diplomacy checks to make an impression.
Okay.
Okay, so hell yeah.
Nice. So you just kind of walk up to one of the tables and they kind of stare at you and they look at who you left, they look at you and you like, I'm not with them. Like that's how you start the conversation. Basically. And they just like relax because they're freshmen and they don't know anybody. Like they smell like babies, basically. They smell like anxiety and like fresh pressed linen, basically.
Yeah, Keiko's just gonna settle in the conversation and just try to make everyone feel just a bit more comfortable and try to get everyone a bit more relaxed.
It doesn't take long. It takes about a minute into the conversation and everybody's loosened up and have started talking to you. So it's mostly just about like, oh, how is school for you? My roommate's like this. So my roommate's like this. Like it's really generic talk because nobody knows each other. And everybody's like, you know, when you go to like a college orientation and you're making like polite, friendly conversation because you're like, I don't want this person to know I'm a furry.
Wow.
It's like that.
As one does, you know.
It's like that.
Yeah,
Or
Keiko's
should I tell this person I'm ragingly homosexual or will they hurt me?
Aw.
It's those conversations.
Fine.
But yeah,
Testing.
Keiko's just trying to, after making everyone calm, she's not going to probe people with too many invasive questions or anything. She's just trying to get the small talk going, and if there's anything involving like hobbies or anything, she'll probably try to deep dive onto that with some people. But she's just here to make friends.
It's just like the really awkward, shallow conversations is probably how I should have referred to it.
Yeah, which
Where you're like,
she's
I
good
read
at those.
books. I read a lot, but you don't tell them it's fan fiction. It's like that. That's the best one. Yeah,
Oh my god.
you do. It's enjoyable. Your reputation
literally-
has been salvaged.
You just summed up my entire freshman year of college.
Oh, no.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, Sam.
I had these
Did that hurt
Bacardi
you?
girls for roommates.
Did you just take psychic damage when I described that?
I did.
I got too real.
Hey, it's better than my first college conversation where I was like, hey, what's your major? And he's like, I'm in your class. I'm like, fuck.
God. Amazing.
Go
So,
figure. I'm not very observant.
hey, Abrix,
Oh,
Mhm.
God.
what's Nayra doing?
She's just still nibbling on her seeded loaf and kind of just watching the chaos ensue.
Poor thing.
Very like wide-eyed. She has a piece of paper out and is writing little notes here and there though.
Nayra!
So cute.
Can
Yes,
I
Bard?
glance over somewhat sneakily and try to see what she's writing?
Perception check.
Art's going to very casually distract Nayra while you do that.
Okay.
Nayra!
You try.
Yeah?
Do you want your fortune told again?
Not after last time, thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
You
I
tried to
appreciate it, though.
glance at the notes. You don't quite make out what's being written down.
Damn. Okay. No keywords jump out. What's
No.
up?
Did you figure it out?
No, not yet.
Okay, hold on. Nayra!
Yeah? Yes, Bard.
Did you enjoy the dinner tonight?
Are you checking again? Are you being
Yeah.
obvious about this, or are you sneaky?
No, I'm sneaky.
Then you need to roll a stealth check too.
I
Okay.
was not being sneaky.
No. Where's stealth?
It's on the if you do that little hand at the top of the character sheet. That's your
Mhm.
proficiencies, and you click on the number. No, yeah, the name. Sorry. So, Nira, Capo is very obviously leaning into your space to try and read your notes.
And there's just gonna like stare at him like.
I
"What
do
the
a
fuck?"
hand motion like I'm waving a fly away. I'm like, oh, he's trying to fuck with your stuff. Just trying to.
Make a deception
I
check.
got you though. I got you.
Their eyes are
Oh.
just locked on the paper.
Yeah.
Are you okay there?
So what are you writing down? Because they did manage to see, like they're able to see it. It's just they're being very obvious.
It's a sketch of Scratch.
Oh no,
Oh,
baby.
that was in character. Aw. While I'm trying to like bluff my way out of this.
If you're trying to like bluff your way out of this, we'll need a deception check.
No, I already botched it. Like I
Okay.
clearly looked at it. I was like, oh, like.
Do you want to look at it?
Oh, I just happened to notice in passing. While I was trying to. That fly looked really aggressive.
Uh-huh.
Could
Okay.
have been one of those biting flies from those places where they have biting flies.
There's flies that bite.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Nasty
that
little
sounds
bugger.
dangerous.
Didn't your character grow up in a swamp?
Yeah.
All right.
Shit on me. Yeah, this
Phaedra's just like petting the fox and like kind of stuck up a couple pieces of fruit in her bag, but it's kind of like. If anyone notices her sticking the fruit in there, though, she'll be like, she'll explain.
Well, I mean, like, at least 2 people at this table currently have like a fucking like turkey leg sticking out of their bag of holding. So I don't think a couple pieces of like dried fruit are gonna be a question.
they're not for her though, but yeah. She's like, it's okay. I'll protect this for Sasha for later.
Oh, as an afterthought, I reach over and I'm like, name's Capo, by the way. Reach my hand out.
Nera's gonna
Just shake. Yeah, near his hand.
reach her hand out as well and shake and say, Nera's my name. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure. I go back to eating.
Nera will go back to sketching and nibbling on her loaf.
The raw chaotic energy of Capo scares me.
Tabaxi thing.
What, am I a tabaxi? Is that what that is? That catfolk?
Yeah,
Catfolk. Okay.
tabaxi is just the
The 5e name for him.
D&D term. Yeah.
Ah.
Mm.
Did not realize that name didn't carry over into Pathfinder.
Yeah, they have some weird name swaps.
Gotcha.
So, as you all are sitting there, the teachers actually kind of start to mingle as well. The first one to descend after the evocation teacher is Kipper, who kind of walks down here, seeing what you guys are doing, and comes over here and is like, Bard,
Yeah.
are you reading fortunes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't tell anyone.
mm-hmm.
I drew death for Capo.
Ooh,
Yeah. It was upside down though.
that's good.
Yeah.
And Kipper kind of
Also-
looks around and is like, I only know Bard here. I don't think I know the rest of you just yet, though we will have classes tomorrow. That's good.
I can introduce you.
Actually, please do.
Okay. But
I will
stand up.
probably forget. I do apologize. I'm very forgetful, but I will do my best to remember your names.
Bart's gonna stand up very straight and tall on his chair. And point at Mayra like, that one's Mayra. They're my roommate. They're really fun and they draw cute pictures.
Oh,
The one next to them is Capo. Capo taught me that you could put food in your bag.
Under the bus.
I
Narc.
choke a little bit. I'm like,
um, next
You
to
know,
me,
just be sure to dispose of that because it will rot in your bag.
um, I'll keep that in mind. Does disposing it count as eating it?
Yes, but it's also not refrigerated in the bag. Like it's not preserving it at all. It's like having it out in the open air. So
Uh,
it's
uh,
not very good for you. It doesn't keep very long.
oh. Capo, we might want to eat it really fast.
not a problem.
Okay. Um, next to me,
Also, you'll make a mess of your bag. So you
I
you
think
got
it's too
do
late
you
for
all
that.
realize that you can get snacks outside of the normal mealtime?
No.
No,
Oh.
this is news.
Yes, we don't mind if you indulge in snacks outside of normal cafeteria hours.
Okay, does that count for nocturnal hours?
Yes.
Okay.
Several of the staff and the older students, the one that have been here for a few years, we often spend many nights awake working and doing our own projects, stargazing,
Is that
you
why
know.
your eyes have dark circles under them?
Kipper for a second looks like he's dissociated. He's like, "Yes,
Okay.
actually."
Capo looks at them and just does the like throat motion, like
So
no, stop
Kipper looks like a normal human. They have kind of like almost mocha colored skin, black hair up in a messy ponytail. The only thing that's really unusual about them is they have tattoos on the back of their hands that move. It's the star charts of the sky, and on their forearms is a calendar.
Phaedra, if she sees that'll like perk up immediately.
So, um, continuing the introductions. Next to me, this is Scritch. Scritch is very scared of Capo because Capo is a cat. At least I think that's what's happening. Either way, they said they had allergies. I think I'm not sure about that.
Oh, well, that
Courage
wouldn't
is also
necessarily
dissociating.
that wouldn't necessarily be an allergy. I believe that's called a phobia because it's not a
Oh,
physical thing. But hi, Scritch. It's nice to meet you. I will see you in class tomorrow, I'm sure.
Scritch waves at him. Scratch waves at him while eating a sausage.
and then next to Scritch, I don't think I've actually learned their name yet. Keiko's Fennec Fox really likes them though, so they have to be cool.
Phaedra
What's
just
your
kind
name?
Phaedra just kind of sticks an arm up in the air to kind of wave. Hi, I'm Phaedra, and yes, this one's not mine. Mine's back in the room because she. I'm glad you can get snacks at night because Sasha really doesn't like being out in the day, and I need to be able to bring her snacks at night. So, but I'm
Kipper
Phaedra.
kind of wiggles his fingers at you. Nice to meet you. All right, is that's everyone. But you did mention a Keiko. I'm guessing they're not here right now.
No. They walked away from us probably very reasonably so.
He goes to say something and then closes his mouth. Well, are you all enjoying your time here at least?
Capo
Yeah.
just like leans back and pats his full stomach. It's like very much so, very much.
I see.
Love the tattoos, by the way. Very cool.
Oh, thank you. I'm there's many more students to meet and speak with. So I'll see you in class tomorrow. Have a great evening. I hope you sleep very well.
Toodles.
Um,
Bye.
After Kipper leaves, Bard's gonna lean very conspiratorially over the table and be like, Miss Normay told me that she helped him make the tattoos do the movie thingy so that maybe he'd be on time sometimes, but usually he isn't.
Okay, I love that you have no filter whatsoever.
This is just Sam characters.
Yeah.
Interesting. So they're like live star positions. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like the actual date and such.
Yeah, they're very accurate. There's a very good enchantment on there.
Pretty fancy watch.
Munching noises. Perfectly in character.
Basically, yeah.
It's ambient.
shoving food.
That's pretty cool.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Yeah.
So the next teachers, plural, as technically by the order it would have been El Neil, but he doesn't seem keen to move until the woman who, let me see here, Naira met briefly, grabs him by the arm and hoists him out of his chair, which he it's like he's a rag doll. Like he kind of moves, but like it's obviously not of his own volition. And she just kind of clutches his arm against her like abdomen because he's significantly shorter than she is, and hauls him down the steps towards your table.
Nera's gonna laugh when she sees.
So the man is human, short in stature, about 5'2", wearing large, baggy black robes, and a flat, broad-brimmed hat. Looks exhausted, like dark circles, pale skin, looks incredibly unenthused, flat expression. And the woman at his side is a fawn, her hooves making clacking sounds as she walks across the tile of the room that you're currently in. And she seemed bright-eyed, bubbly, and very excited as she approaches, and she says, "Oh, I think I've only met one of you. Isn't that great, El Neil?" He says, "Mm-hmm."
Nera's gonna wave and be like, "Hello."
"Oh, I've seen you. Oh, I hope El Neil wasn't too grouchy with you. He does get so
Capo-
grumpy."
Capo sees El Neil and he like sits up straight and like sweats a little bit. Tries to look more together than he did previously.
And she kind of leans down and says, "El Neil, you should say hi to the students, yes?" He kind of looks up at her and stares at her for a long moment and then looks back at the table and just kind of lifts a hand and like does a little wave. "El Neil, necromancy teacher, I'll see you sometime."
Hey, man, how are the fish?
"They're fine. Hello, Capo."
And I'm just like, he remembered my name.
She says, "Well, you probably don't know my name. I don't think any of you are majoring or minoring in botany, which is a shame because flowers are amazing. Plants are fantastic. Everything that grows is wonderful.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure you'll come around. My name is Ekria, and I am the head botanist here. So if you ever need any tea or medicine or potions or anything like that, I am always here for you."
I like you. Do you
Noted.
think Miss Nome would be sad if I changed my minor?
Oh, I don't think so. She's usually really accommodating. Also, headmistress has a lot on her plate, so I doubt she would mind too much. Besides, obviously, botany is better than enchantment, but you didn't hear that from me.
I mean, I did hear it from you, but you're not. I don't know if you're wrong or not. I don't really know what that means, but I like plants.
Well, yeah, if you want, I can absolutely take you under my wing. And El Neil next to her just kind of looks dead inside and just sighs. And looks up and says, "Would you stop poaching students?" She's like, "I'm doing no such thing. I am just awakening people to the wonders of plants."
I didn't know you could major in plants. There were
Yeah.
these plants back home in the swamp that they had really pretty purple flowers that made you think you could eat them because like they were pretty. They would kill you.
Oh, yes. I know about those. Yeah, they put this scent in the air and makes you get really close. Yeah, they're carnivorous, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're still alive. That's really
My
good. That's a
cousin,
good first step. That means that you'll survive botany.
my cousin, he ate one and didn't make it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate. I am so sorry, sweetheart.
that's okay. I had a lot of cousins.
That's how the circle of life goes, unfortunately.
Sometimes
Either
when
you.
the boggards got a little bit too out of hand, we would put them out and make them look pretty.
Oh. Well, if you don't eat the plants, they'll eventually eat you, That's just how it works.
Yeah, it
Oh
makes
my
sense,
god.
honestly.
The druid in the back giving both of them very uncomfortable looks.
Elniel just like nodding, like, Ekria. Ekria, please calm down. She kind of looks down and she sighs. She's like, I suppose. Well, it's nice meeting all of you. I don't think I know all of your names, actually. Elniel just looking exasperated
Tentatively,
and tired.
tentatively hold my hand out. Name's Capo.
She shakes your hand. She's like 6'4", by the way.
Ah.
Scritch.
Oh, Scritch. That's a cute name.
Hmm.
I like your little friend, too.
Scratch waves.
She wiggles her fingers.
Phaedra.
Scratch is just happy to be there.
And then I know Nera,
Hello.
which I'm
Nice
so
to see you.
sorry. Elniel is the worst advisor, and Elniel kind of looks up and glares at her.
I mean,
Jesus.
I thought he did fine.
Yeah, I
Oh,
kind of
dear.
straighten a little. I'm like, I wouldn't go that far.
Ekria kind of like her brows lift, and she looks at Elniel. She's like, "Oh, they like you." Another exasperated look, and then he looks
Elniel.
tired.
You seem better.
Yeah,
I
look
mean,
like you got
Well,
the sleep of the dead. Nothing.
I wouldn't say that I'm better than Elniel. I do love him very much. And she like leans down and wraps her arms around his midsection, and he goes, "No." Like his hands are lifted, like he doesn't want to make contact with her. Like,
Aw.
and she just smiles, and she's like, "He's an introvert."
Like he's her pet.
Well, it was nice meeting all of you. Um, we should probably say hi to the other tables. But I'm excited to see you. She like wiggles her fingers and like pulls Elniel with her, and he kind of like is drug and then looks back at you guys and just gives like a small wave.
Once the other teachers are gone, Scritch is gonna look nervously after them and be like, "Are the teachers not allowed to sleep here?"
I don't think they are actually. I think during the day they have to teach us, and then during the night they have to teach themselves.
I think he might just be an exception. I think most of them do indeed sleep.
I'm curious though, because they said we could get snacks after hours, but like we're not supposed to go outside after dark.
I I mean Kipper helped me get special permissions because um I don't normally sleep at night. I used to sleep during the day, and now I have to figure out how to not do that.
I feel ya.
Yeah.
Wonder why we're not supposed to go out at night.
There's probably monsters and boggards.
There's a little bit around, but I get to I can go out at night a little bit too because of Sasha and because but there yeah, if we can get snacks at night, I think we don't have to go too far to get those.
Well, that's good. Had me worried for a second. I've been like cooped up in my room after sundown. I'm like afraid of what's out there.
I mean, boggers aren't that scary. They're just really weird.
Yet to meet one.
That's probably for the best.
Oh,
They
Don't
don't
plan
sound
on it.
very good.
real quick, by the way, Sephi, if you want to interact with the teachers that are passing by, just let me know
Oh,
at any point.
If
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
because they're mingling with every table.
Yeah. I already forget what the name of the fawn is.
Ekria.
Ekria. If Ekria, like when she's visiting the table that Keiko's currently at, if she mentions that she has tea, that will perk Keiko's interest.
Oh,
Yeah. What sort of blends do you have?
oh, so many. So many. Are you looking for something specific?
Nothing specific, but
Oh. Well, I do make amazing lavender teas, chamomile, of course. But I also make teas for things like attentiveness and relaxation. And I make teas that will knock you unconscious. I also make teas that will purge things from your stomach, and various other bodily functions as well.
do you have anything um that's just very aromatic, like very aromatic?
Like
Wow.
something that
Okay.
you just want tea that's very like strong scented.
Yes.
I have a few
Oh.
floral teas that would help with that. Add some rose in there, you know. Though if you're looking strictly for scent, I would probably say you'd want a perfume instead of like a tea.
Um, I um
She kind of leans forward and says, "Are you having difficulties in your accommodations?
oh, I wouldn't say difficulties per se.
Do you need me to make you up some incense or potpourri?"
I wouldn't want to offend. I would want to be subtle about it.
I understand. I see. Well, I'll see what I can cook up for you, sweetheart.
I definitely appreciate Miss Akria.
Combo smells.
I don't stink.
You do now.
Not so much that I imagine Capo sticking it, so I imagine Capo passed out, like spread as wide as they can, with like a fucking turkey leg in one hand and like a
That's-
spilled drink in the other.
Yep. Like Keiko saw that they're gonna bring like some banquet food back into the room, and she's like, mm-mm.
Hey, just because they're gonna have a bachelor banquet for the next 2 weeks.
O'Neill just looking exhausted at Ekria's side as she valley girls in your direction. All right. The next teacher is Zanuck. Chris is like, ah. Who approaches and goes, "Ah, Phaedra. Hello. It's nice to see you. Settled in, causing chaos."
I don't know about causing, but
Hmm.
hi, good to see you. And how is the book? Is it
Oh,
it
back
good?
on the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah, they really only have sentience for about an hour or two. That's all they need.
Oh, okay. That's good. I was a little worried. It was all didn't seem like it liked it that much.
Oh no, most objects don't like receiving sentience and then having it stripped away. You know, it's just a thing. So this man is they have short kind of like an ashy kind of brown hair, and they have a large, broad-brimmed, basically stereotypical witch's hat, but it's super big on their head, so it kind of sags backwards. But the rest of their outfit is very form-fitting and elegant. They have somewhat tan skin, and their eyes are red. But otherwise, they look completely human. And they kind of like put a foot on one of the empty chairs at the end of the table, and they look around and say, "And I have not encountered the rest of you. Hi, Zanuck, transmutation. Nice to meet you."
Reach my hand out. Capo.
He looks at your hand for a long moment and
Wow.
looks back at you.
Wow.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Guess I'm a leper now. Cool.
What does transfusion mean?
Transmutation. It's where you transforms one thing into another thing. Like, and Zanuck reaches for your plate, Capo, and transforms a piece of the food into a bird.
That is upsetting.
He
You
just
just
kind
see
of
Squibs
grins.
like recoil back.
I'm just like staring wide-eyed at the plate, just like,
And then
well, that was unnecessary.
and then he waves his fingers back over it, and it just transforms back.
I just kind of slowly pushed my plate away from me. I don't
You
want
just-
food that was birds.
Oh, I'll eat it.
Zanuck
just
just
push it.
looks over you and gives you a sly grin. He's like, yeah, a lot of people, once they've seen their food in motion, don't really want to see it not in motion anymore. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Have you considered veganism?
Oh god. Sorry, I don't know if you know this, but I am an obligate carnivore. So no, I have
Oh,
not
that's
considered
unfortunate.
veganism.
He would be a fucking vegan.
Who?
This fuckboy.
He's not vegan.
Okay.
He's
Wait.
being a fuck.
Wow. Okay.
Because that gives off big vegan vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Big vegan vibe.
You would eat meat, but what if I turned your steak into a bird?
God, he's being a fuck boy right now.
That was only mildly upsetting. Hello, I am Sketch. Please do not give any of my possessions sentience.
He just smiles. He's like, okay,
Can you make my tarot cards talk to me?
Oh god.
I can transform your tarot cards into like a litter of kittens or something.
That sounds much less appealing.
Yeah, that would probably get a little chaotic considering how many cards are probably in your deck.
Yeah, and then how would I know people's fortunes from kittens?
They typically talk. At least mine do.
Oh.
He had a book that was a bird talking. Or a cat. Not a bird, that was a cat.
Yeah. Cats are the easiest ones to deal with.
Wait, so can the cats then tell the fortunes? Like, would the death card be like, death?
Mm,
Like
they'd
Pokemon.
probably be able to tell you what the card was.
Okay.
Not as
I'll
useful
think-
with cards, honestly. Useful with books because I can ask them to read me a specific and give me what I want, and then just turn them back into a book.
An entire litter of kittens may be a bit more than poor Scritch can handle.
I mean, but
Oh,
they would stay in our room.
Zanuck suddenly looks at you, Scritch, and squints for a long moment, and he's like, oh. And then looks at Capo, and he's like, wow, that must be incredibly awkward.
Wait. What?
He just realized Scritch is scared of cats. And he's like, oh, that's a very rat thing. I see.
Capo's just
He's-
like, yeah.
He's so afraid of cats that I renamed Catfall to Ratfall.
Oh,
What do
no.
you want, Loki?
Right. And Zanuck kind of points at you, Bard, is like, what's your name?
Bard.
Are you a bard?
No.
That's unfortunate. Missed
I thought I
opportunity.
was, but apparently I'm very bad at translation.
You thought you were a bard.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know what bards were.
Oh.
My
Well.
name doesn't actually translate very well. It's and
I thought I heard you do that earlier and was very confused.
it's my
Could you say that
imitation.
again?
It's my
Static.
imitation of Gripply. And I just think people would normally have a rough time saying that, so I renamed myself, and I thought I was a bard. I'm not.
So you named yourself after what you do.
Yeah, but I don't.
You know, that's twice as unfortunate.
Are you okay?
No. I know. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, you
I
all
walked
have a
out of my
great
grandpa.
night. I'm going to go talk to other tables. See you in class, Phaedra. He just like
See ya.
walks away.
Bye.
Ringo just moved Bard's token and rotated it somehow. I don't know.
Oh my god.
How the fuck?
How did he do
Ringo's
that?
just, I don't know, Ringo just laid on my computer. He's very upset right now.
How the fuck do you rotate a token in this game?
Oh, no! Ringo did it! Not
Hold
me.
on, I'll look up the hotkey.
I'm just gonna delete the token and put it again.
Just like
Probably
when I
quicker.
wake up. When I wake up in the middle of the night and Ringo's opened Microsoft Word on my computer and I don't even have Word on my computer.
Okay.
Go lay down over here. I know Loki's
Okay.
bothering you.
Vit.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how salvaged is Keiko's reputation with the rest of the students?
Salvaged. Very salvaged.
Good. So once that she sees that now everyone's a bit looser, a bit more comfortable, she's going to politely excuse herself because her familiar is not with her.
As you head back to the table, Zanuck walks past you and he looks at you and gives you a slight wink and then keeps walking.
She'll offer him just a bit of a sly smile and just give him a polite nod. And
Sir, that's a
Hmm?
student.
I mean,
Not all winks are sexual! Jesus!
What does it mean?
Just Sam instantly like, winks mean hitting on.
I mean, this is also the kind of man that gives like random objects sentience to fetch him butter. So
I mean, he's committing war crimes, not like statutory rape. Well, I mean, they're also college
I was
students.
gonna say it's college.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's still a weird
Oh.
dynamic, but it's
Yeah.
not as illegal.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. There's technically like college aged for their particular races.
Sam, how old is Bard?
12.
I think that's actually college age for Gripply.
It's actually like, it's like if you were 18.
Damn
Yeah,
it, I'm
so
not the
college
youngest.
Okay.
College aged, yeah. So technically, everybody in this party can fuck
Oh god.
legally.
Thank you for that.
Phaedra's like, Phaedra has
Anyways.
delayed entry, so she's a little older than everyone, but probably not by, or at least by some of these, but not by much.
Keiko's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean-
Capo's also a non-traditional student.
That's fine. Some people are late bloomers, and that's fine.
I mean, Capo gives off very powerful, cool uncle energy.
Yes,
He seems like the kind of person that would drink a beer and launch a firework as they were holding in their hand.
Oh, for sure.
Guess what? Next teacher's coming.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
just
no.
got a text from my mom that said, "Can you come down? Dad has a pizza question." And then I got, never mind.
What the fuck?
What?
Okay.
Sam wants a pizza.
So, yeah,
Uh,
right.
Keiko is just going to look at Shard and sort of motion to her, and Shard very reluctantly sort of hops onto the table, and hops onto their shoulders.
She's behaved herself just fine.
What a good
That
girl.
is good to hear.
So, those who don't have pets, which I think most of you do,
I don't.
I think it's just Nara and
Yeah.
Bard that have not met
Nara's
the
pet's
secret.
name is Bard.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam.
You're
A
not wrong, but that's rude.
a large 6'9" individual starts lumbering down the stairs. If you haven't met this person yet,
Oh dear.
he has almost cow-like ears, very similar to Ekria, and he has one horn, the other one's broken, and he's got shaggy hair that's brown and white. And he lumbers over to the table and he says, I recognize most of you. How are we doing tonight? He's just very pleasant, slow speaking,
Do you think I
smiling.
can become as tall as you?
I mean, I'm sure there's magical ways.
Okay.
Not sure if your folk kind of get this tall naturally, but
I mean,
where
I'm
there's a
perfect.
will, there's a way.
You're not wrong.
Keiko is like fiddling with a bit of her hair, and she's just like offering offering him a small wave.
He smiles and gives like a really slow but very obviously happy wave. Hey there.
Oh.
He lives life in slow motion. That's fine.
Yeah.
Capo kind of like halfway stands up out of his chair to like shake his hand. Name's Capo. Nice to meet you.
Ah, you're the one with the little frog friend. Hey.
I glance begrudgingly down at the bubble hanging from my neck. Yup.
Yeah. Glad that's working out for you.
I wouldn't go that far.
He just kind of chuckles, having a good time.
The frog just smiles happily, dead eyes, head empty.
And I know I registered your little fox friend and your little rat friend.
Phaedra
I
Jack
didn't.
waves at him.
And he looks at Phaedra and he's like, I know we didn't get introduced because there were a lot of them, but I definitely met your little bat friend.
Yeah,
And then go ahead.
she's probably little compared to you, but yeah. I don't think I'm Phaedra.
Nice to meet you, Phaedra. My name's Orton. And who's your little and he like lifts both of his large hands next to his ears and kind of like wiggles his fingers a little bit so it fans out like axolotl.
I am Bard.
Bard.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I
And then
I have a frog too. He's gonna reach into his bag and pull out his little tiny glass figurine frog.
well, ain't that just the sweetest thing?
Yeah.
That's very cute. And then he looks over at you, Darren, and he's like, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. My name is Nara.
Nara.
Yes.
Well, you all seem to be having a real fun time, so I look forward to seeing you, and I'm gonna leave you to that.
Not yet.
He just kind of lumbers away, just vibing.
Love this guy.
Have a pleasant evening, Mr. Orton.
Ah, thank you kindly. He just kind of walks away.
Once Orton leaves, Bart's gonna look at Capo and be like, "Can I play with your frog?"
Uh, I mean, you could
Please.
be the last thing you ever played with.
But I like frogs.
Uh, this here's a special kind of frog. He's not necessarily the cuddly type.
Oh.
Said frog currently has their like front feet pressed against the bubble, staring at Bart intently. Probably not in a very good way.
They look like a friend.
Can I roll nature on this frog?
Yes, absolutely.
God damn it.
Oh.
Fuck it, hero point.
Okay.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
You know nothing about this frog. Double nothing.
I'm concerned
Double
that I
nothing.
know nothing about this frog.
Can I see if I know anything about the frog as a frog enthusiast?
Make a nature check.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Many rolls.
So, you've seen these frogs in the swamp once or twice, in the more like warm, humid areas of the swamp. It's this really pretty like. Did we decide what color it was, Joel?
The black and turquoise.
Oh, is it the black and like kind of turquoisey green one?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's got these like black spots all over it, and it has like lines of turquoise running between them. And yeah, similar to that. Thumbs up. Bright frogs, every time you've encountered them, have been very poisonous.
Oh, I had an uncle that looked like a frog like that. Sometimes when you hugged him, you didn't feel so good after.
I had an uncle like that too.
Oh god.
Nair's just gonna give Bart a very concerned look.
I don't like this. No, you're good.
That there's actually a subsection of his race that's poisonous, so you know.
God. As you are talking, the next teacher comes down. Oh, it's Scritch's favorite.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So this teacher doesn't seem to actually be walking down the steps. Like their feet are moving a little bit, but they're gliding slightly above the floor, and wisps of like you can't tell if it's smoke or cloud seem to be coming off of their hair as they move down here, and they go, "Oh, hi everybody."
I like spit out my drink. Like that's clearly not what I was expecting.
So you see someone who has dark chocolate colored skin, black hair that fades to like a gray, and like seems to move unnaturally. Like it looks more like clouds the further down the length of hair you get than actual hair. And her eyes don't have a pupil. It's just gray swirling. It's like different shades of gray swirling in her eyes. Otherwise looks human. Other than that, and she's wearing gray and white robes that mostly cover her feet, and a large, like, droopy witch hat that looks almost too big for them because it almost completely hides their head. She says,
How-
I hope you all are doing great this evening. I'm really excited to talk to you all and meet you and teach you in the future. Hi. Oh, hi, Scritch. Are you doing okay? You look so nervous right now. Are you okay?
I'm doing better now.
Okay. Okay. I know you said you were kind of like scared of cats. Are you okay?
They haven't
Blink-
tried to eat me in like 15 minutes. I think I'm good.
Blink twice if you need me to save you.
Scritch tries really hard not to blink until they leave.
Poor Capo. Just
Okay.
getting dunked on.
Okay. Okay, you're okay. Okay. Okay, sweetheart. Please don't keep your eyes open that long. That-
Yep.
and she looks at everybody else there and is like, well, you all seem so energetic and enthusiastic to be here. It's a little intimidating, but I'm all about this energy.
Capo stands
God.
all the way up, like shoving his chair backwards by like 2 feet. He
She's
thrusts
not very
his hand
tall.
out.
She's like 5'4".
Perfect.
Oh,
So
she's
he thrusts
Keiko's-
his hand
Keiko's height.
downward to shake your hand. He's like, Capo, nice to meet you.
She shakes your hand with both of hers, like enthusiastically, like up down kind of.
Oh no, they're making an alliance.
Nice to meet you, Capo. I'm excited to meet you. My name is Kalila Moonrise. I teach abjuration, which is the most fun subject. It's so fun. Oh my gosh.
Can't
I
wait. Looking forward to it.
Is Bard at a loss for words? Did Kalila outtalk Bard?
She's just in shell shock.
And she like looks around the table and she's like, so introductions, please. I want to know all of you.
Phaedra will just do her wave for her routine from the end of the table. Phaedra.
Phaedra, nice to meet you. You are adorable, by the way. I love your freckles.
Just gonna kind of slink under the table a little bit.
Slides out of the chair.
Which probably grows to make sure she doesn't slide under the table. Like, fuck.
And I already know Scritch and Capo. Looks around at those she doesn't have the names for. Don't be shy, I promise. I don't bite. You know, I'm just friendly.
Keiko, and this little girl here is Shard.
Her eyes go huge instantly, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, he's so she."
Whichever.
She looks perplexed. They are very cute. And oh my gosh, I love your hair. And your ears look so soft. Oh, you must take good care of your hair. Lovely.
I pride myself. I love your robes.
Oh, thank you. I love yours too. Though that's the school uniform, I guess it's not much to compliment. I'm so sorry.
They're,
But I love how you wear them. You look great.
They're quite flattering.
Yes. Perfect. And
Capo is just like noticing internally that he didn't get a compliment and he's upset about it.
I mean, neither did Scritch.
I mean, Scritch is having a fucking panic attack every time he talks to this woman, so.
Oh my god.
Her head swings around to look at Bard. She goes, "Oh my gosh, you are so pink."
I think Sam's internet exploded. She dropped out of Discord.
Oh
Oh, no.
shit! I didn't even notice because streamer mode is on, so I
No.
couldn't hear it.
I didn't even hear her leave.
Oh no.
Well, she's gonna look at you, Naira.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my gosh, your hair. That is so pretty.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thanks.
She smiles. She's like, "Oh, you're shy. That's so cute." It's okay. I promise, promise. I'm not a scary person at all.
I'm sure you aren't.
Well, if any of you need anything, if you're not getting what you need through other avenues, not saying names, but if you need anything, I will always be here for you, okay? All of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you have like a business card or like what's the best way to reach you? Like
Oh, it's just in my office. It's fine. Just the abjuration office. It's fine. Oh, Sam's
Yeah.
back. Hello, Sam.
Yeah.
Welcome back. And
Hi,
Kalila's
Sam.
gonna look at Bard and be like, "Who are you?"
My name is Bard. Are your feet okay?
Yeah, they're perfectly fine. This is just how I
Okay.
am. You're very pink. It's very cute.
Oh yeah, that's just how I am. Do you like my hat?
I love your hat. Your
Oh,
hat
thank you.
is very similar to my hat. So of course I love it.
Oh yeah, it's a good style.
And she kind of stares and she's like, I'm so sorry. Usually I can just kind of tell. What are your pronouns?
What's a pronoun?
Like, do you go by they or he or she?
I go by Bard.
Okay.
That's a vibe.
All right. That's fine. I will just make a mental note of that. Well, I have loved meeting all of you. As I said, if you need me, you know where to find me. I'm going to go ahead and I have to make a full round of all the tables, you know.
Capo's just like, I like hats.
And she's like, oh, maybe you should get one.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Just immediately. You know, we
Thanks.
sell hats. You should get one if you want a hat. We have them in our store. They are awesome.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Of course. And she like kind of floats up a little bit, high enough to pat you on the head,
Oh my god.
and then sinks back down and it's like, bye.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Professor Moonrise.
Oh, of course.
I like them.
Once they're out of earshot, just without making eye contact, Squirch is gonna be like, I'm sorry for being afraid of you, Capo. I'm more afraid of them. It helps put things in perspective.
What?
Oh man.
What's so scary about Professor Moonrise? He seemed pretty jubilant.
Nobody should be that energetic all the time. I, I stand by what I said. Nobody here sleeps.
It's gonna give Fritz a very confused look. Like, why wouldn't they be that energetic?
There's such a thing as too energetic.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, I think she was just being sweet.
You seem nice enough. Yeah.
Hmm.
Didn't give me a compliment, but it's fine. It's these things can take time. I'm a tough nut to crack sometimes.
If you'll notice the pattern, most of her compliments went to female presenting people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, and then Bard's a question mark.
Hey, Rix, how long is your character's hair?
Like long, like waist length or so.
How are they wearing it?
Most of it is just kind of loose and just pull back, and it's just going down her back.
I see. Um. Uh, excuse me. Um. Rhea, was it? Reyna?
And Naira,
Naira. Oh, my apologies. I really like your hair.
thank you.
Could I? Sorry if this is a bit forward. Could I play with it?
Excuse
Bruh.
me?
It's just so long. I just want to maybe braid it or.
I, I guess braiding it would be okay.
Wonderful.
They were just very taken aback and kind of concerned, staring at Keiko right now.
Bard's gonna pout at Naira and be like, has this been an option the entire time?
I appreciate the split on this party of one half of them is cripplingly introverted and the other half is like near psychotic levels of extroverted.
Hi.
Let me know if I accidentally snag anything. I'll do my best not to.
Okay.
So wait, who's braiding Naira's hair?
Keiko.
Got it.
Nera's just gonna sit there very stilly, very calmly, but looking very concerned nonetheless.
Capo looks distant for a minute, and he's like, "Is that why I woke up with a French braid?" Doesn't look too concerned, but just is mentally notating.
God.
There's no response.
Sorry.
It's like I think it was a. I personally thought it was a bit of improvement.
I mean, I rocked the look that day. I'm not gonna lie. Just completely oblivious that you just tried to insult him. Like,
So, my headset apparently wasn't picking up my voice for a bit there,
uh-oh.
Oh,
but I have fixed it.
okay.
But another teacher is coming down the stairs.
Fun, huh?
One which none of you have met at all.
Oh.
Jazz hands. So down the stairs comes a woman that's clad in a white cloak that reaches to the floor. The hood is up. Through the hood, you see two like curved ears, like not a domesticated cat ears, more like closer to like a leopard or something, but it still has slight shaping that you would see like a domestic cat. So it's kind of like a hybrid. And they are white with black spots. And from underneath the cloak, you see white hair tipped with black that flows down over her shoulders and down over her chest, which has a very nice leather tunic over it. And as she approaches, you also see waving behind her a white tail spotted with black. And as she gets closer, she kind of looks over all of you and she says, "My, but aren't you all noisy tonight?"
Pardon?
Capo's like, I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything?
I mean, you've all been the most noticeable table here tonight.
I mean,
There's
we're,
like 8 people here.
we're right in the front. I mean, we haven't been too loud, have we?
Oh no, I didn't mean that it was a bad thing necessarily. But the teachers
Maybe.
are noticing.
Sweats.
Yeah, nervous sweats.
I don't believe I've met any of you. My name is Ashara. I'm the head of conjuration.
Capo slowly reaches a hand out.
She reaches out and shakes your hand.
Capo, nice to meet you.
Capo. She looks around the table.
Pleasure to meet you, Professor. I'm Keiko. This little one here is Shard.
Nice to meet you. Oh, I should also mention she has black sclera and bright blue eyes.
Ooh.
Nera's just gonna try to look over at her as best she can without moving her head as little as possible and be like,
Ashara
Hi.
leans slightly forward to be in your field of vision.
Hi, I'm Nera. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And she looks to the other side of the table.
Phaedra.
Nera's just gonna glance back and forth between the teacher and Scritch.
Oh no.
Scritch is. I think he's still disassociating from his major teacher. Also, they still have like a normal humanoid face, right?
Yes, but they are very much cat folk.
Hmm.
So they have cat ears and a cat tail swishing behind them. But if he's dissociating hard enough, he may be able to miss it.
Let's see. Let's find out.
Hi, Leo.
Nope.
No, that's a nugget.
Oh,
A
hi.
nugget.
The nugget.
Aww.
I am Scratch, and this is Scratch.
She will lift a hand and wave and say, "It's nice to meet you, Scritch. I won't get too close. I already heard."
Much appreciated. My apologies.
She'll look over at you, Bard.
Hi, my name is Bard. You said you teach conjuration, right?
Yes.
Grandpa told me conjuration is dangerous and that you shouldn't do it.
Well, it's only conjuration is really only dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Capo just leans over and he's like, "There's probably a lot of things you shouldn't do."
Wow!
Fucking ooh.
Ashara slowly looks over at you, Kappa. It's like, and her brows just lift, staring at you.
In
Keiko
a
will just
loving way.
Keiko will just will just quickly add, I believe the same could be said about all magics. It's all about application.
I don't know.
That's all I meant. That's all I
Grandpa
meant.
specifically said to never cast abjuration or conjuration. That those two are very bad.
I'm surprised that they didn't put evocation on that list, considering evocation is definitely considered the most dangerous of the
No,
magic.
that's the one he said I should use.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I look forward to teaching you.
How far gone was Grandpa when you had this talk?
It was about 3 days before he touched the magical artifact that killed him.
Gotcha.
Excuse me?
Well,
Blink,
I
blink.
am very sorry for your loss. Have a
It's
great
okay. He
evening.
was like 30. That's pretty old at that point.
The teacher's being like, all right, I'm done with this shit.
Capo clutches his 25-year-old chest.
Yeah, basically.
Have a pleasant evening, Professor Shara.
Good night.
She waves over her
Just
shoulder.
like, okay, bye.
Okay, now done.
Well, thank you.
Your hair is very easy to work with.
Thank
You
you.
look very pretty, Naira.
Yeah, she's gonna blush a bit, Amelia. Oh,
Th-
oh, thanks.
This is how you make friends.
Is it now?
Yes.
Oh, keep that in mind.
This is how extroverts adopt introverts.
Yeah.
Yes. And the final teacher starts heading down the stairs. And approaches your table very slow, very methodical, smiling the whole time. Very pleasant smile on their face. They are a white-skinned tiefling with white horns that arc upwards and bend slightly as they do so. Let me double check something real quick. They have red eyes and spectacles perched on their nose, and they have a white tail swishing lazily behind them as they approach your table, smiling. And as they do so, they incline their head to you.
Capo stands up out of his chair and he's just like, "Hello." he,
Why
he
are
tries.
you standing on your chair? You're tall.
Oh no, I like stand up out of the chair
Oh.
and I try to like walk around the chair to say hello. But of course I'm doing wacky wavy inflatable arm man dance. And so I'm like trying to shake their hand and I have to like stop moving before I can like get control of my arms again to like shake their hand.
Oh no.
Okay,
Hello.
nice to see you again. How you been? How you doing?
Just fine. They shake your hand.
Good talk. Good talk.
Keiko will sigh at that and says, good evening, Professor Benevolence.
Good evening, Keiko. They look around the table.
Phaedra waves.
They incline their head to you.
Hello.
Hello. They kind of squint at you for a moment, Screech. Trying, from what you can tell, that it looks like they're trying to decide if they need to like.
Like, do you need medical assistance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, they're trying to decide if you need an intervention right now.
Hey.
And then they kind of like give their head like a little shake. Mentally, they're like, no, this will be good for them.
Yeah, if Scritch spent every time he needed an intervention, he wouldn't have time for anything else.
Would everyone like me to make introductions to Professor Benevolence?
Oh, I am Scritch, and this is Scratch.
Scritch, Scratch,
Phaedra.
Phaedra,
Naira,
Naira.
sir.
Oh, you don't need to be so formal.
Oh, okay.
Benevolence is fine.
Well, nice to meet you, Benevolence.
Hi, my name is Bard.
Bard.
Are
Interesting
you a
name.
bard?
I'm not a bard.
Oh.
I'm the instructor of illusion, actually.
You're pretty enough to be a bard.
Thank you. My husband agrees.
You have a husband.
I do.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he seems to like it.
Capo deflates a little bit.
Everybody at the table, damn it! It's always the not fuck boys.
Right?
Wait, wait.
Well, I won't be here much longer. I have to head home and enjoy my time with him, but enjoy
Your
dinner.
husband?
Yeah,
How did you meet him?
that's a very long story,
Also,
and I think I'm gonna keep it to myself.
yes,
have time.
a very forward question, Bard.
Yes.
Is that rude?
A little bit.
Oh,
It's fine. I'm used to it.
do you like him?
Yeah,
Do you like him, your husband?
yeah, I like him a lot.
Oh my god.
Good talk.
What does he and what does he do?
He just walks away.
I feel like everyone's wilting at this point.
Right?
Have a good have a good evening, Benevolence.
Have a good evening.
I was just curious.
He just
I mean,
It
I
wasn't
thought
like
it was a
a-
good question.
It wasn't like a mean one. He was just like, okay, bye.
Cool talk, dude. Deuces.
Yeah, real laid back. Still smiling. Smiled the entire conversation. Didn't falter once.
Oh god.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Sam?
Illusion teacher.
Their
Look, bitches.
I swear that icon looks super familiar to me, and I don't know why, and it's bugging the crap out of me.
It's from Picru.
That's why it looks familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the character itself. Like, what the hell is that?
But eventually, since we want to wrap this up a little bit, eventually all the teachers return to their seats. You guys enjoy wonderful conversation.
Why did I hear the air quotes in that?
You
At the very least, interesting.
yeah, meet lots of friends,
Hmm.
Friends.
and it's all very delightful. Move them
Lovely.
back up here. But eventually the welcoming ceremony does come to a close. Much to the relief of some of you. And you all are able to retire to your rooms for the evening. and we're gonna take a break
Woo.
because we're 2 hours in.
Alrighty.
So let's take 10. Is everybody having a good time?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good.
the party's about as
Absolutely not.
chaotic as I expected.
Uh-huh. All cryptids. Every single one of
I
the
love
fucking
blood.
teachers is a cryptid.
Yeah.
So you know that meme of like the teacher, not the teacher, but like the mom with the various like child leashes.
That's Keiko
What?
right now.
That Keiko's feeling very much like that right now.
Keiko and Naira both.
Yeah.
Hey, Phaedra's being nice and quiet, man. Understand?
Hey, it's half
The
that.
cats. I'm not leading shit. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not my job. My job is to tell the story. I'm not gonna control shit.
Fair. Good strat.
And once we're back from break, we're gonna head into your first day of classes.
Oh gosh.
Yay!
We got a day of classes ahead of us still.
This was just a sorting
It's
hat
okay if we
banquet.
it's okay if we don't like finish it, but yeah.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just surprised.
I mean, it's good to know like how classes go and stuff like that.
Fair.
And it's not gonna be like a full class.
Hmm.
It's gonna be more introduction to the teachers and their teaching style and stuff.
Yeah, we gotta have syllabus day.
God, please no.
Syllabus day.
I fucking hate syllabus days.
Everybody that's been to college is just groaning.
I just want you to know that syllabus day is just as bad for the teacher.
It is.
I hated it.
My favorite part is when you spent $120 on the book and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're not gonna need that."
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, there's
cool,
a
cool,
reason I
cool,
didn't
cool,
buy
cool.
books until
I
the
actually-
first day.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't buy my books until after syllabus day.
Mm-hmm. Smart
Fun
move.
fact. Sorry, go
Thing.
ahead.
Fun fact? What were you gonna say, Matt?
Oh, um, we had the only books we literally ever had to buy in my school were the minors because all of our teachers were like, "Fuck the books."
I love how Sam immediately was like, nobody's boring. I want this crazy botany teacher.
Right.
I mean, Bard is chaotic chaos, so
I think a lot of people at the table are.
yeah.
What about Keiko has?
Scritch is just anxiety. Like he's just walking anxiety. The poor thing.
Yeah. Chaotic anxiety.
Oh,
He-
Keiko's neutral.
All your characters would be neutral unless you like manually changed it.
Neutral's good for her, I think.
Yeah. So how you guys like the teachers?
Oh boy.
Some of them are fucking cryptids.
They're
Yeah.
all fucking cryptids almost.
Anybody have any favorites so far?
I mean, I'm biased.
Of course you are.
Keiko likes Orden.
Of course she does. Horny.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Jesus.
Phaedra really likes Kipper. Likes the star tattoos.
Kipper's cute.
And the rest of them are, most of the rest of them are pretty intimidating. So.
I'm go
hmm?
ahead.
No, go ahead.
I say I'm looking at El Neil like he is like a riddle that needs to be solved.
He's really not that complicated. Everybody like looks at him and is like, "What is your secret?" And I'm like, "His
Yeah.
secret is he hates people, but he's teaching."
So it's
I
like,
half imagine
why?
I half imagine his girlfriend picking him up and placing him at the head of the class for each of his days, and then picking him up at the end of the day. Here you
Don't
go,
ask
buddy.
me. Don't ask me how they work. They just do.
They balance each other out. One is way too depressed, and one is way too like manic. So
El Neil has crippling social anxiety.
Oh.
Poor Neil. That's a mood.
Same.
Him and Script seem to be
El
in the same
Neil
boat.
is Ekria's pet introvert. Yeah. All extroverts have one.
Yeah.
At least one.
Bard has Nayra.
Surprise.
Neighbor's like, they do.
I love how people are like, we like Kipper and El Neil.
I like Ekra.
Ekria?
Yeah.
I like the whole cast. They're
I'm terrible
it's
at
a-
names. I don't know who
That's a
anybody is.
mood.
Oop, hi kitty.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Vague descriptions will also work because I know all of their weird cryptid parts.
I'm like horny scared of scary cat lady.
Ashara, yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
You don't know much else about her.
Nope.
Scritch is just normal scared of his major teacher.
Is that
Why?
the
Leela.
abjuration teacher?
The abjuration
Okay.
teacher, yeah.
Okay, so I'm genuinely curious
Mhm.
on how this is supposed to work for Bard to take abjuration and conjuration when he's literally cannot cast those spells.
He's just gonna learn about them.
He's gonna fail those classes.
Yeah, he is.
Can you cast a spell? I literally cannot.
I no, Grandpa told
Well,
me no.
it's more the base levels of them. You typically are not going to be casting a lot of magic. You're just going to be learning about them. You guys are baby.
Babies.
Babies. So you're gonna be like, I can't cast that, and she's like, oh, that's okay, sweetie. I will show you. So it's
Grandpa said
more
you can.
accommodating. She's like, that's okay. But yeah, they're like, you have to know like the basics of every single school of magic, and then you can move into your more specialty stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
These are like our general ed classes.
I almost don't want to let this little magic school go. I kind of want to keep it going, like as a side campaign when I have the spoons.
Do it.
I mean,
We'll see.
as a moment when we feel like it.
Yeah, that's what it would basically be. If you guys like it by the end, that is.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I can already tell you yes.
Yep. I'm having a good time.
I like making characters.
Stuck.
I love my kitsune. I want to do more of this.
Ugh. Hey,
Bard
good
still
news
works.
for you. We got at least 3 more sessions.
I need to put a hard cap, so it's going to be 3 more sessions.
If y'all can still stand Capo by then. I'll still be here.
Matt
You-
loves Capo because he's
Yeah.
a fucking chaos entity.
Yeah.
Rich has his own like weird thing he's dealing
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Primal fear.
I also like Capo. Keiko is just like, this is my semester.
Capo is determined to make Keiko like him, like at least as a friend. Like I'm trying to be like bestie roommates. I'm like on a quest in my head to be best roomie ever,
Fucking.
and it just backfires
like-
hilariously over and over again.
It's like when you try to hug a cat that doesn't want to be held, it just becomes more and more liquid.
Yes.
It's like a less intense version. One of the YouTubers I watch famously tells a story about how one of his best friends despised him in high school to the point where he was the only like face that they physically carved out of the yearbook. And the reaction to learning that was, I'm gonna make this man my best friend.
Yep, that's what's happening. I'm just like, mission unlocked.
Oh boy.
I do appreciate like the literal like split. Half the party is introverted, the other half is extroverted. Or Bard. I'm putting Bard on the extroverted
It's in their own
side.
category, yeah.
There's like a small subset
think
of
Sam
extroverted
accidentally
that just says
closed
question
Foundry.
mark.
Sam, why you do this?
Phaedra is just genuinely glad she's around people that like don't
That are as
know
weird
who
as she
she.
is.
Well, that or just don't know who she is.
I was say I can't get a read on her at all.
Well, she's like, so yeah, she's like they kind of escaped to the school kind of thing, like to get away from
Gotcha.
home. So she's just, like
Uh.
super happy that no one's like it's very different, and she's also trying to figure out if she's gonna have to save Scritch. Like, all right,
Valid.
when do I get to drag him back? Can I make an excuse and drag him back to the room so he doesn't
The
combust?
anxiety rat.
Yeah.
Aw. Capo feels so bad. Like legit, he does not want to harm Scritch in any way.
Nah, he's just paranoid because he is not used to being above ground.
Ah, that makes sense.
It's like, why do they build these rooms so fucking open? Predators could get in here.
God, this is like Beastars meets Harry Potter, and I love it.
Oh God. I hate that.
Oh my God.
Is
It's
everybody
great.
back?
Mhm.
I forgot to leave, but
Definitely.
it's fine.
What's up, Beavrix?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh,
Did Ami obliterate you again?
I was laying down in bed. My bed. Ami walked up to my face, sneezed in my eye, and walked away.
Your
Now my-
dog is like a cat.
My sister did call Ami cat dog.
And now my eye stings. I wish
At
to
least
I'm
it
not
wasn't
sorry.
balls this time.
Aw.
Thanks.
What? Not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Ami. You guys sneeze in my other eye?
At least make it even.
Right.
I had to mute myself a few minutes ago because my dog started freaking out because my son's taking him out for a walk. So I had to mute before he started the barking fit.
Meanwhile, Nugget is just aggressively cuddling me.
Oh jeez.
Hold on.
Hi, baby.
He's baby.
Oh my gosh, the delay.
Hmm?
There's a delay going on here.
Oh. How?
Like I tried to transfer you two guys to the main page, and you guys were still stuck on the main hall for a long time, and then I switched you guys back, and now you guys are on the main page,
Yeah.
not
Oh.
moving.
I was in
I-
the main page and now I'm back to the main hall.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I moved everybody, but
Oh.
2 people are not there.
Yeah, I'm still back in Fairyland
Oh, I see everyone.
or Elfland. I'm not fairy. Hmm. Why does it? And it's even showing me that that's where I am, like at the top. Can I click over to main hall? There we go.
Sam, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, now let's transition back over.
There we go. Now I can see everybody.
There we go.
There we go.
So, how many of your characters are morning people?
Keiko is.
Fucking lol.
Capo
Is anybody
not.
else? Is anybody else a morning person?
Of course, Keiko's a morning person. Oh my god.
Class president.
If there's
Capo's gonna
like
die.
if there's like a prefix or
Yeah,
like
they're called the class president. Like first year, second years, third, fourth.
okay, she's absolutely gunning for that.
Oh my god.
Phaedra would have spent a little bit of time outside with Sasha before bed, so not so much of a morning person.
Hey,
Okay.
don't worry. I have your alarm ready for you.
Oh no.
So you guys' tokens are not on this map, so you can't roll initiative, I don't think. But I would like you all to roll perception instead because we're rolling initiative.
Oh god.
Keiko gets a special hero point to use on initiative.
Oh,
You basically you're getting fortune.
I see.
So you roll twice
Um,
and take the higher number.
Okay. So, I get a +2 to my initiative, so I'll just add that in.
Okay.
So that'd be 30, and then we'll do the other thing.
30.
30. Yep, 30.
Okay. So, how this is going to work. Let me just do that real quick so I have it. Keiko and let's see here. Keiko and Scritch, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to get to your class early.
Oh boy.
So, where are we heading first? Okay. Let me just make a modification here real quick.
I just want to make a note
Mm-hmm.
for the poor soul that is roommate with Scritch.
That would be me.
Not used to beds, so there's just a mound of blankets that he sleeps inside of at
Oh,
night.
so you're staying.
So you wait. So you are
Excuse you.
woken up by the sounds of something hitting the ground as he climbs out, forgets there's a drop, and just fucking smashes onto the floor and just goes.
Oh.
That would be Phaedra. It's like, are you? Oh, she's been roommate with him. She's probably used to this after a week of slam.
Yeah.
Slam.
Like,
So yeah,
forgot
it's morning already.
forgot the floor again.
I don't like beds.
Maybe you could lay a pillow on the floor in case.
To get him an air mattress on the floor.
That's a good idea.
You
He
can
just
use
crawls over to where he has his uniform.
you can use some of mine next time.
New map.
Oh no,
Ooh.
new map. Who dis?
This is so cool.
Neat. I don't remember that dude coming down.
He did to save Scritch.
Oh, that's oh yeah. Oh, is that Anver?
Ainvar, yeah.
Anver. Okay. I actually wrote this shit.
Yeah, this would make sense for the one that Scritch shows up early too.
So, evocation class. Scritch, you and Keiko both arrive early to this class, this lecture hall, whether it be from the fact that you yearn to be punctual,
Yes.
or because you're anxious that you're going to be late.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Feel free to move yourselves where you want to sit.
Keiko would definitely be there. She will on her way in give Scritch a polite wave. Good morning, Scritch.
Hello.
Um, may I sit next to you, or would you be comfortable with that?
That is fine.
Wonderful.
Ainvar, who is sitting in the front of the class, is flipping through a book, not looking at either of you.
Scritch is just unpacking all of his stuff. He pulls out a tiny little set of parchment for Scratch to take secondary notes and gets ready.
It's adorable.
All right. Next to arrive, who are slightly early, like maybe 5 minutes early, / on time, would be Phaedra, Bard, and Capo.
This is surprising.
Yeah. I am equally surprised. Which class did you say this is?
This is evocation.
Evocation.
The murder spells.
Kappa would like to move to the front of the class.
Yeah, feel free to move yourselves.
I don't see myself.
You're there.
Did you make them invisible, Vit?
I did. I'll like invisible them and uninvisible again. That work?
No.
Can you see yours, Phaedra?
Yeah.
I guess I'll delete Bard's token and plop it in again. Why is it always you, Sam?
I
Poor
don't know.
Bard.
There I am.
Bard getting deleted on the regular.
Um,
Bard just screams
Kitty?
himself out of reality every so often.
Hmm?
But
What's up?
is the class accurate to the picture?
For the most part, minus the really spooky effects at the moment.
Do the benches resize?
No. No, they do not. Because they're benches.
Both Phaedra
Yeah.
and Bard will be just standing on the benches, like trying to see.
Yeah. Bard's gonna sit behind Scritch because Scritch is also short.
Yeah, like Scritch
Wait,
is
they
like.
do. I'm a liar. They do.
Oh.
What happens basically is the wood underneath you just kind of rises up.
I was gonna
Oh.
say otherwise
a step?
Scritch is like head like chin on desk.
Yeah. So like basically you get a booster seat that just emerges out of the
That's good.
Bard
bench.
will probably still stand.
See,
Okay. I also don't see Phaedra or Capo. Though.
Weird.
I
That's
don't
weird.
either.
Oh, I don't see. Actually,
I see
Um,
everybody.
I only see
Should only be
Scritch,
one
Keiko,
missing.
and Bard. No, I only see Scritch, Keiko, and Bard.
Yeah, same.
And
weird. Everyone else in the room I can see.
Yeah, I see everybody. Just scratch it,
Reset.
start over.
Nope. Didn't fix it.
Okay.
I have no issue.
yeah, I see everybody. Oop, I'm gone.
It might be a connection issue thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
I see
Capo.
someone.
Yep. There's me.
Oh, there's two people.
Okay. I actually want Bard to sit next to Phaedra. That's why I wanted to see them.
As a note, Phaedra would have brought Sasha along, and if there's hopefully there's raptors in this hall somewhere that Sasha can
Yeah.
somewhere dark she can go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys would have seen Phaedra come in with what looks like a gray, like half like a gray cloak wrapped around her shoulders, but then once she gets, kind of before she gets over to the seat, she'll have like it'll unwrap and it's a flap off up into the rafters. It's a
What?
gray flying fox bat, about half as big as Phaedra is.
Oh.
Yeah, they're adorable.
As soon as Bard sees Phaedra, they're just gonna start absently chattering at her. About what? I don't know. They're just talking at her.
Phaedra,
Oh.
A few other students are milling in as well. And eventually Ainver like looks up, seems to think for a moment before climbing to his feet and circling the desk to stand in front and says, "Well, good morning. Good to see," and kind of looks around and he says, "Most of you here. I hope you all have your books." And as he says that, Nera, you skid into the hall. Late, unfortunately.
Oh God.
Let
Rip.
me grab you. And Ainver kind of looks up at you from like the book that they're holding and says, "Nice of you to join us."
I'm sorry. I got a bit lost. She's
First
gonna
day
just
jitters, I understand.
quickly skitter over to the nearest seat and sit down and start rummaging through her bag to find a book and paper and quill.
And two more students actually rush in after you, Nera, and quickly move to sit down, like muttering apologies. Ainver's like, "All right, I think this is everyone. Welcome to evocation. I would like you all to pull out your books, please. I know it's early in the morning. The sun has just risen, but we like to start things punctually here. I don't want to
Keiko.
waste any of your time."
Keiko already has her book out, like she had it out.
Of course she does.
Phaedra pulls hers out.
Now, who here knows what evocation magic is?
Bard's eagerly gonna raise their hand.
Phaedra kind of halfway
Yes.
raises hers.
Bard,
it's the magic that makes the elements do things. Like you make fire, or you can make wind, or you can make the rocks do what you want them to, or water. You can cast
Very good.
fireball.
Very good. Thank you, Bard.
Yeah.
Now, is there anyone in here that can name, aside from Bard, an evocation spell?
Keiko will
Phaedra.
raise her hand.
Jesus. Yes, Keiko.
Fireball.
Ah, the one everyone chooses. Fireball. Of course.
It's a classic.
It is. Though, of course, there are other less environmentally destructive spells that you can use. And you see that Ainbear murmur something and make a few gestures, and in the hand that's not holding the book, his fingers become coated in flame, and they all coalesce together and become just a gentle, small flame floating above his hand. So, evocation. You are correct. You use it to control the elements, whether that be for practical uses, such as lighting a candle, letting a gentle breeze into an office, or for raw destruction, such as freezing the flesh of your enemies, or casting fireball to burn them. Evocation has many uses. And Ainver will turn and start class. So, we're gonna have some fun.
Oh no.
I would like everybody to make. Oh, how is this done? 1 second. I haven't actually had to make this as a caster, so 1 second. I should have left, like, thought of this ahead of time. You know, everybody just make um, a general, should just be a spell attack roll from your sheet. That's what this check will be.
How do we do that? Where's that at?
I
If you
clicked it twice. I clicked it like 4 times. 3. I'd like to use the first one, please.
so if you, I think you can do it from the spell page.
I just clicked the spell attack word and it wasn't making any clicky things, so I clicked it 3 times. But it worked.
Oh yeah. So if you click spell attack, it should do it. On your
Keiko, you
sheet.
fucking overachiever.
Jesus. So, okay. I'll take the first one. Oh,
Oh no.
that's okay.
I know how this is gonna play out. I already know how I'm gonna do this.
So, anyone that rolled a 20 or higher, you are focused. You are intent. You are engaged. You are actively taking in the information that is being taught. You're enjoying class. Where's the next one? Naira. You're still a bit flustered from getting to class late. You're a little bit flustered. You're not used to waking up like this. You're taking notes, but you're having some trouble focusing a little bit.
Okay.
Phaedra. It was a long night last night.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You are very tired. So tired. Is this how you were gonna play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a
And
small thunk.
Ainver's voice is so smooth and even and soothing that you find yourself nodding off. Until eventually, you hear a knocking sound. How do you react?
Um. Oh no, how would she react to this?
Good question.
um.
Nugget,
Can we
that's a
take a?
keyboard.
She's gonna. She'll. She'll sit up real quick with a, and yelp a couple of words, and a shield will raise on her. And she's gonna cast shield in the panic when she wakes up.
So as you look up, Professor Ainver has strolled calmly to your desk and has knocked on it right next to where your face was. And they just stare at you steadily as they look at the magical aura around you, and they said, "Well, at least you paid attention in abjuration.
Sorry.
Do try to get more sleep, dear." And they walk back up to the front of the class and resume teaching.
Oh.
Yay! First day of class.
Phaedra's so red that her freckles are practically silver at this point.
Bart's gonna lean over to Phaedra and whisper, he's like, "It's okay. It's hard when you're nocturnal not to sleep during the day. Next time I'll try to keep an eye out and wake you up before he does, okay?"
That would be good. Sasha had a really long night. Yeah.
And as the lesson begins to draw to a close, Inver snaps their book shut and looks around the room and says, "Now, any questions, class?"
Crickets. Phaedra's gonna kind of try and quietly close her book and notes.
What did the lesson mostly consist of, or the
It was
lecture?
mostly basics, just talking about the basic structure of evocation spells, how they draw on their power, the various elements, things like that.
Keiko wouldn't. Keiko wouldn't have any questions.
Just one question from me.
Yes, Scritch.
Is this class going to be mostly just theory, or is there a practical component as well?
Since you're all first years, technically it should just be theory. However, I am of the opinion that some hands-on activities are important when learning the true dangers of what you wield. So, as you grow, so long as you are proven that you're not a danger to your fellow students, we will be engaging in hands-on activities later in the semester.
He just nods at that and scribbles down some notes. Thank you.
Of course. Now, and he kind of looks up, and then suddenly you guys hear a bell, but you can't tell where it's coming from. It's very clear. It's not loud, but it's very clear. It looks like it's time for your next lesson. Do try to be punctual, and I will see you in 2 days. And he goes back behind his desk to gather his things.
We
Scurry, scurry.
Bart's gonna skip over to Naira and be like, "Naira, how did you get here after me? You left early.
I got lost.
Do you need a map?"
That would help. I'm
I
not
don't
very.
have one, but you can walk with me.
She's gonna stop for a minute and sigh. Yeah, I should have known.
Keiko already has her bag packed and is making her way up towards the door.
Not very good indoors. It's very
I know.
confined.
It's very dry.
I I guess, yeah, it is.
Bart's gonna just reach up and take Neighbor's hand as they walk.
Aw.
I'm
Aw.
just gonna take Bart's hand and walk with him.
Phaedra will wait for a moment after some people have cleared out before whistling, like a squeaky whistle for Sasha to come down and rewrap before heading out.
Okay.
Capo is surprisingly like calm and quiet and collected and like is clearly taking this very seriously. Like he's taken pages of notes that he's carefully packing away before getting up to walk out.
Scritch compiles all of his and Scratch's notes together in a little folder or binder, and then scoops up Scratch into his satchel, and starts to head out.
Okay. All right. Is anybody staying behind, or are we good to head on to the next one?
I'm good.
All right. Let's roll another round of perception to see who gets to class first.
Oh no.
Does
Nobody
Bart,
gets fortune or misfortune this time.
does Bart holding on to Neighbor's hand the entire time affect that?
I could add something to it.
Perception is in place of initiative. I get +2.
Okay. So, since you're holding hands, that means like Naira is dragging Bard, basically. You get that benefit this time. Naira, suddenly you feel this surge of like I definitely know where I'm going this time. I am not letting Bard lead me astray. I'm not going to be late.
You see Bard going to take like a
No.
detour.
Neighbor, I really think it's this way.
I'm pretty sure this time that we're going the right way. It's not that way at all, but
Oh, I mean,
no,
I
no,
guess.
no, it's this way.
I mean, you were the one who got lost the first time.
Look, just trust me this time, please.
Okay.
So, to make sure that people can actually see their tokens, I just deleted everybody off this page. So, Bard, Naira. Whoop. Let's see here. Literally just Bard. And Capo. You all arrive first. So you have your pick of the seats.
All right.
These are 2-seaters. Well, technically 1-seaters, but you can make it work with 2. If you want to share.
I want
I'm
the
at,
purple one.
Should be on pause. You should be able to move.
I'm getting there.
Oh my god. The map keeps jumping around me.
Note,
Not that purple one. that
there's no
purple one
professor
there.
here right now.
Which class is this?
This is divination.
If you hold shift, babe, you can move her where you want when you move.
There we go.
Nira, what class is this supposed to be?
But botany maybe? I am not exactly sure.
You know, there are a lot of plants. That makes sense.
Me, the DM. Am I a joke to you? After a few minutes, Keiko, Scritch, and Phaedra all show up around the same time. Keiko, I'm just gonna assume that maybe you got waylaid by one of your new friends at one of the tables.
She most
Something
certainly
similar.
did. She
Yeah.
most certainly did.
Still no instructor, but you're welcome to sit wherever you'd like.
Oh, I thought we were running late.
Phaedra like pulls out her schedule, squints, looks around like, mm,
Kappa's got all his books and parchment and everything laid out, just kind of looking expectantly around.
Wait.
Other students are doing the same thing. Like the classroom's filling up. There's no teacher.
Bard's gonna squint for a second, and then he's just gonna start laughing next to Naira. Naira, he's late. He has all the maps on his hands, and he's late.
You know, I can relate to that.
Yeah. He is
Kappa
the best
starts tapping
counselor.
his quill on the desk, absentmindedly.
Phaedra's gonna kind of look
How-
around a moment and kind of wiggle her fingers and whisper a little bit, trying to cast detect magic as quietly as she possibly can.
The whole room lights up because everything, like the desks and everything, are all enchanted.
They kind of slow blink and look around. She's kind of curious.
Naira's gonna lean down the bard and whisper, I don't think this is botany.
It's not. It's not. He's late. It's Mr. Kipper.
So you guys are waiting about 10 minutes.
How loud is the tapping from Capo?
Pretty loud.
Keiko will just slowly look over her shoulders, like, Capo,
Yeah.
could
What's up?
could you not
Not what?
that?
He has no idea what you're talking about. Like he has no perception of what he's doing.
You're tapping the desk, dear.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Idle hands, devils. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Eventually.
you can do the devil with your hands?
Don't worry about it.
You know we're gonna worry about it.
Eventually, the doors slam open, and Kipper, out of breath, holding a book, comes into class and closes the door and says, sorry about that. I don't have much of an excuse. I lost track of time. So sorry. We'll get class started here soon. He just quickly power walks to the front of the classroom. And he turns and he's like, welcome to divination. I hope you all have your books out. Yeah, let's just get started because I'm late. And he flips open his book and starts going through pages. He's like, oh, okay. Yes. So does anybody have any questions before we get started?
Yeah. What time does class start? I'm just curious. Capo's like
10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Noted.
Okay, so first, can I have a volunteer?
Keiko raises her hand.
Capo also raises his hand.
You two are the only two in the class.
No, Bard would like stare at them and like very slowly raise their hand, like.
He's like,
Naira's gonna grab Bard and raise him up a little bit.
Wave him around.
Kipper kind of looks amongst you and is like, okay, well, Keiko, since your hand went up unnaturally quickly, he kind of sets his book back on his desk and approaches and is like, I would like to read your fortune.
Oh, please do.
Naira's
Capo
gonna
puts his hand down quickly.
Death. What the fuck?
He doesn't have tarot cards.
That makes it worse.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just Bard's preferred method. Because they're accurate.
And as he approaches your desk, He starts quietly saying something under his breath and making a few gestures, and then holds out his hand for yours.
She will hold out her right hand.
And he places his other hand slightly above yours, like a couple inches above, and the tattoos on his hands flare, and he closes his eyes and goes silent for a few moments.
I'm trained in fortune telling lore. Can I make a roll to see what he's doing?
Sure.
22.
22. You instantly recognize divination magic. Absolutely. You don't know the particular technique because it seems whatever this is relies entirely on the tattoos on his hand, so it's not standard.
Mm.
But it does remind you a bit of a spell that's incredibly powerful. Foresight.
Oh.
Hmm.
Giga will
And
just
he
pleasantly smile.
kind of opens his eyes and he says, "Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Excuse me?
Um, well, you're gonna get a bit hungry later, but unfortunately the cafeteria is gonna be out of those snacks that you like so much, and you're gonna have to settle for something that is not as pleasant."
Oh, that's a shame.
Hmm. It seems like you're going to be punctual for the rest of the day, though.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then he smiles. He's like, "I'm not always 100% correct, but hopefully."
Well, I hope you're wrong about the snacks, but I do think you're going to be right about the punctuality.
You definitely seem like the type.
Kappa just.
And I believe, Capo, you had your hand up as well, correct?
Oh, I mean,
He certainly did.
yeah.
I read Capo's fortune at the gathering.
We don't have to talk about it.
Kipper holds his hand out for yours, Capo.
Begrudgingly hand my hand over.
Process repeats. Oh. Hmm. Oh.
Oh?
Well, it's a little strange.
Mm. Strange how?
It seems that, well, sometime during today, you may experience a minor accident because one of your limbs goes temporarily numb. I'm not sure why. Are you prone to numbness?
I just glanced down at the frog bubble. Unfortunately.
Hmm. Well, do be careful. I would make sure to have maybe like a spare robe or something with you so you can cushion your fall. Um,
Oh god.
though it does seem that a few students are very charmed by your dancing, so that's good.
Understandable, yes.
Hmm. And he's like, "And you, Bard,
Yeah,
may I see your head?"
yeah. And he'll hold out his little tiny webbed fingers.
Oh.
In the process, his hand dwarfs yours,
Oh yeah.
but he holds gently, just gently holds.
The tiny little web fingers.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. It seems that you may end up leading one of your friends astray. So I would try to listen to the advice of your companions so that doesn't happen. Um, it would be very unfortunate.
Neighbor's
I
just
did.
gonna stare at Bard a bit there.
I did almost make Nayra late,
Oh,
but they got lost the first time, so it was my turn.
oh, well, um, okay. Other than that, it seems, judging from what I know about you already, Bard, it seems like a normal day.
That can mean a lot of things.
Yes.
Just
Well,
fire and screaming. That's about on brand.
then Kipper moves back to the front of the class. Anyways, welcome to divination. I hope you enjoy it here. We're just going to cover the basics for the most part. I know a majority of you aren't necessarily in the divination field, so I'll do my best to keep things very simple. So let everybody go ahead and open your books. And now we're gonna do the spell attack thing again.
We.
Hey, Vit,
Uh-huh.
would you be able to roll mine? I am not
I
disposable at
will
the moment.
try.
I have finally
Yes.
gotten the little dog to calm down a little bit.
Oh, you didn't want me to roll that for you.
Oh,
That's okay.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Bard's a bad influence on their tablemate, apparently.
Yeah.
You don't say.
It's like the middle of them taking notes, slapping their hand onto it, like, oh no.
So, Keiko, um, you're trying very hard to stay focused because that's what a good student would do. However, Kipper constantly going and sounding a little unsteady, despite being charming and despite obviously knowing what they're talking about, it kind of subconsciously causes you to not focus as hard.
Yeah, and I imagine they're also going over very basic stuff, and
Yes.
with her background in like fortune telling, it's
Yeah. It's
not
dry.
anything. Yeah.
Nara,
Yeah.
Bard keeps trying to write in your book.
Oh God.
Like they start so good. They start writing on their parchment, but then it goes across the desk and starts meandering into your book. And
Every time
so
that-
every time you get focused, you like glance down and you go, no, 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 and you like move their hand back.
every
Sorry.
They're
time
just a
I move,
typewriter.
every time Nara's gonna move her book a bit further away from Bart as well.
Sorry, there. It's just really interesting.
That's nice, dude. You you should try to keep your notes in your book though, otherwise you won't be able to read them later.
Oh, they're on the table. That's not good.
That they are. That they are.
Eventually, however, class does come to a close, and the same bell rings. And Kipper looks around and is like, "Oh, is that the time? Well, I will see you in 2 days. Same time, same lecture hall. Everybody, please be careful."
Professor,
Yes.
you forgot to give us our assignment.
Wow.
He suddenly
What?
looks.
Wow.
He looks really confused for a second. He's like, "No, I didn't. I typically don't assign homework." He
I
looks.
see.
He looks perplexed.
Bard,
I
just
I see.
Keiko.
Should I give you extra work?
No, that's fine.
All right.
Just Scritch cautiously raising his hand, like, is there something we should be concerned about, or just be careful in general?
I always tell people to be careful because you never know what's around the corner.
Hmm.
Like Bard.
Good to know.
Capo's third eye squints.
Capo's third eye puckers.
Phaedra vaguely thinks about casting one of her spells and it's like, nah, not this time.
Keiko makes a note to read a chapter or two ahead and collect her things.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
All right, perception again.
So.
Well, I think Keiko got very distracted with talking to people.
Yeah, she needed brain engagement. I'll roll for
Yeah.
you.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're
Her,
good.
her hand is currently on mine, holding in place.
Yeah, I think she's gonna compare notes with people to see. Have you had classes yet with uh with that Professor Kipper.
Is he always like this?
Yes. She'll probably engage people who are like a year or two above her, and be and be
So,
like,
funny story.
yeah.
Everybody but Keiko gets there slightly early.
She has feelings that she needs to like hash out with whoever she's talking to. It's just like, oh my goodness, I couldn't pay attention.
Feel free to sit wherever you guys would like.
Baby.
What up, Capo?
Oh, hey, little friend.
Hey,
Ready to learn?
do you know what class this is?
No idea, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it will be valuable.
Yeah.
In my defense, I mean education.
At the front of the class, Orton, looming at his full 6'9". One of his ears flicks, and he turns around and looks at you, and he's like, "Ah, this is the magical beasts class."
Ooh, interesting. What would you categorize fey creatures as magical beasts?
I mean, of course. In fact, we're gonna talk about one today.
Wonderful.
What about boggards?
Hmm. Yeah, they'd probably fall under it too.
What
I don't
about
like them.
what about Athenaeus gonna look at Bard for a few moments and then say, never mind.
So, right now, Bart is sitting next to Capo in the front. Does Nera want to sit in like the bench next to them? I can move you if you want,
Sure.
Abrix.
Yes, I'm so sorry, Van.
How
All right,
dare
here,
you
Joel.
have
I got you. I got you.
Thank you. I'm struggling clearly.
You all you have to do is pick up the token, and while you're holding it, just hold shift and then let go over where you want them to move.
Okay.
And Abrix, that's the magical peoples class.
Well,
Yeah?
Awesome.
Keiko, you arrive about 1 minute before class starts.
Well, at least she's not late.
Still on time.
Most seats are filled out, but not everybody's here yet.
Okay. She'll just see who the teacher is and smile and make her way up towards the front. Is the seat taken?
Keiko is talking to you, Nera,
Um,
because since Abrix is AFK.
no, it is not currently. You can sit here if you want.
Excellent, thank you.
All right. So, as you guys get settled, Orton turns and addresses the class and says, "Good morning, everybody. Getting close to lunch, but you still gotta sit through a little bit, but I promise it'll be exciting. So, we're not really gonna need your books right now. I find a more hands-on approach, though not fully hands-on today, is a little bit better when it comes to magical creatures. I'm sure some of you have dealt with them before. I know some of you have familiars, which don't technically fall into it, but feels a little close. Has anybody had any experience with actual magical creatures?"
Scratch would raise
Capo
his
just
hand.
Capo just sighs heavily.
Keiko would raise her hand.
Brad would raise their hand.
Phaedra would not.
Nera would probably raise her hand.
Oh, at least I
Wow,
don't think Phaedra would have.
that's a lot of you. Good, good. And then he kind of pulls open the like leather and hide coat that he's wearing and kind of reaches inside and kind of looks inside, and like his hand disappears in the front for a bit and then pulls out by the scruff this, it looks like a wolf pup at first, and then you realize parts of its limbs are semi-translucent specifically because they're made of branches, and its tiny little tail that's swishing back and forth in excitement is made of leaves.
That's adorable.
Oh,
Aww.
that is so cute.
Orton holds it up and he's like, Yeah, now I've got your attention. So our local Sith had a litter of puppies recently, and I thought I'd bring this little guy into class.
Local what?
Oh,
Capo just.
Sith are fey creatures.
Mm. How is my frog reacting to this creature?
Staring at it.
Useless as always, froggery.
April bits. Now, this little guy is pretty used to me, but not necessarily used to all of you. But if you guys would like to try and hold him, you're welcome to. But if you get bit, it's your fault.
Once hearing that it was a fey creature, Capo was visibly less excited.
Any volunteers?
What does animal handling fall under?
Nature.
Yeah,
Hey.
Scritch would raise his hand.
So would Phaedra.
All right. He's gonna wander down here to the bench. Down this way. Whoop. And he's gonna gently set um, the Kusith pup away from your familiar.
Yeah, he would put Scratch away in the familiar satchel as they were approaching.
Gently sets him down. Only about like maybe a foot long.
Mm-hmm.
Their ears are very small and slightly drooped. They're not very old. And when they try to stand, their tail kind of shakes a little bit.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just really young. Go ahead and make a nature check to see if you can pick it up. I will get a picture of a Kusith real quick. 26. So you watched how Orton was holding it, and you kind of gently slide your hands behind its front legs and gently pick it up and support it, and it makes like a little yipping sound, but it seems fine. It doesn't bite you. It seems okay. And you hold it against your chest, and it seems to calm down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He's just whispering to it in a language that I'm assuming most other people in the class wouldn't be able to hear unless they were also druids. They wouldn't be able to understand at the very least.
Capo hears it and he's like, "What are you telling it? Talking trash? What are you saying? What'd you say?"
As a summary, I was just telling him that I was not intending to harm him.
Okay. Gotcha. Capo relaxes a little bit.
Yes, he's the one. Get him.
Orton kind of watches you and is like, "Well, I'll be. You're a natural at this." And then he holds out his hands for the puppy.
He would just carefully transfer him over so that they were always fully supported.
Yay. And then Orton will squeeze past you and slide over here to Phaedra and gently set the pup on the desk and say, "All right, your turn."
I really want this puppy to not be evil.
Alright, nature you said?
Yes.
It's a pretty big armful for her, but
It's not too bad.
I'll give it a shot.
A little bit smaller than the fennec, honestly. You pick it up, you tuck it in, and it seems to calmly rest against you. Easy.
Cute.
Yes. Both you and Scritch are getting tiny little like leaf cuttings on you.
That's fine.
Because it doesn't shed fur. It sheds leaves. Orton's like, very nice. All right. Let me take that little guy and tuck him back in my coat here so he can keep on napping.
She'll shift him back over carefully.
Now. And he moves back to the front of the class and he's like, now these particular little critters, when they get older, a lot more fierce. Bigger too.
Capo's just shaking his head aggressively, like, nope, don't like that.
And they're really feisty. They can do a lot of things that a normal wolf wouldn't be able to do because they got some of that fey magic in them. But you catch them young enough, they're pretty sweet. Now, I have a few more things to demonstrate. And he's going to move back to the back of the classroom, but we're going to move ahead. Just assume Orton has shown you many, many cute creatures, all of which baby during this class. But eventually class comes to a close. And you're headed for your next class. Let me double check that. Nope, you're headed to lunch. And, you know, since I didn't think it would take like the full 3 hours, I think that's probably a good place to stop for the week. We can I've left some wiggle room, so we can finish up your first and second day of classes next time.
Nice.
I have to know though, are the rice crackers that Keiko likes there?
No.
No.
Thwarted.
Damn divination magic, I'll never forgive you.
Friendship with divination magic over. Magical beasts are my new best friend.
I think Keiko's gonna have a rough time in this class.
Oh yeah, I forgot to have you guys make focus checks. Everybody roll spell attacks.
Oh gosh.
Snap.
Alright.
Boy.
Hard.
Oh no.
22 with my.
Oh wait.
You can
Actually,
also, by the way,
no,
you can choose to fail something,
11.
by the way. I will
Oh,
let you choose to fail if you want to.
I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay. Cool.
Dang. Hell yeah, Scritch.
If you haven't used your hero point for the session, feel free to use it now because we are going to end
I already used mine.
after this.
I haven't
Oh.
used mine, but I'm not going to.
Mine as well.
Sure.
There you go.
Hey.
Nah, better the first time.
Considering my background, Scritch probably wasn't taking as serious notes for this particular class.
Yeah. So, everybody's pretty attentive because, wow, Orton is pulling out some really cute things. You didn't even know a griffin could get that small.
Baby.
Pygmy griffins.
Pygmy griffins, yeah, because they're
God.
from the other campaign.
Oh my god. But does he have any emus?
No, those are a Kaiken thing.
Oh.
No Inu.
Keiko is attentive, and also for other reasons.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
Which animal's she watching?
Oh, you know.
Wow.
Honk.
That's a teacher.
Himbo.
The himbo are an endangered species.
I mean,
Keiko is super into himboology.
I decided like the moment she met him, like she's into himbos.
I himbo, you himbo.
She, me, himbo.
God.
All right. Did we all have fun?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Fun
Thank you,
times.
Vic.
Any last minute things?
No, I think I'm good.
Is any of this going to be on the test?
No.
Cool.
You expect me to write a test for this shit? Buh.
I mean, half the teachers don't seem like they're capable of writing a test.
Right.
Wow.
Either
Poor Kipper.
between them being like, nah, if you can beat me in a fight, you win the class, or
You
Jesus
win the
Christ,
class.
it's the final. I forgot to make the test.
You know,
Yeah.
I should probably actually give you guys the option. We can either stop here for the night because it's almost like 10, or there's 3 more classes left in the first day.
I have work at 6
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah, I gotta
That's
get
what I
off
thought.
too.
I
Okay.
gotta make dinner.
I thought I'd offer just in case, but yeah, that's valid.
I want to do more, but everyone
Yeah.
has their own stuff.
I gotta do phone calls, so.
Word.
Alrighty.
Well, have a good one, everybody. See you
I
next
look
Sunday,
forward to
same
seeing
time.